Hello friends, welcome to ACE Online and ACE Engineering Academy. Today we are discussing RRB JE free mock test exam video solutions. As everyone knows, this first stage CBT-1 exam is having 4 different sections, altogether 100 questions and 90 minutes is the time duration. So 100 questions, 90 minutes, not even 1 minute for each question. Guys, keep in mind you are not going to attempt all the questions. Few questions people will skip. Okay, if you don't have the idea, you have to skip, because there is negative marking, right? And yeah, for sure, this mathematics section will take some extra 5 minutes also. Around 35 minutes it will take time. Yes. And general intelligence and reasoning GIR will take 25 minutes, let's say 25 questions and 25 minutes it will take. So here itself almost 1 hour. And you have to save time in these 2 sections. General awareness and general science, you have to save the time in these 2 sections. And here you have to fix, okay, if you practice more questions also, there is some extra time. If you attempt all 30 questions, then it will take around 35 minutes easily, even though we use different tricks to play, okay. And there is negative marking. If you don't have the idea, please try to skip the question, right? And yeah, in today's video solutions, first we'll start with mathematics. Okay, Hemant sir, in fact me, I'll discuss mathematics part. GR, general intelligence and reasoning will be discussed by Aishwarya madam. Okay, general awareness by Aman sir, general science by Lakeshwar sir, sorry. Okay, so we'll see one by one in detail solutions, fine. So before going for the video solutions, I just want to again give the note. So we have a negative marking, 1/3 negative marking, 1/3 marks are negative. If you got the answer correct, we got +1. If the question is wrong, you will lose 1/3 of the marks, minus 0.33. And a lot of people having a perception that, sir, virtual calculator allowed for stage to second, CBT-1, okay, 1 not allowed, CBT-2 it's allowed. For CBT-1 first level exam, it's not allowed, no calculator is allowed. Keep in mind, virtual calculator allowed in stage 2, not in stage 1. So we are discussing stage 1 questions. So for all these questions, 35 questions, you assume there is no calculator. Not assume, you fix there is no calculator, right? Now let's go for the discussion regarding mathematics. 30 questions, right? Guys, what we'll do while doing this video solutions, we'll give in detail analysis how to solve the question, lengthy procedure, and in exam, how can you attempt this within a minute. Max the questions we'll try within a minute, what's the possibility and how you people can attempt the question, right? Now let's start with the first question. Divisibility related. In number systems, divisibility is very important. Here 11-digit number is given, okay, with the letters P and Q, right? So P and Q are digits, fine. And it's this number, 11-digit number must be divisible by 72. You have to find K and P from that 11-digit number using divisibility rule for 72. Then you have to calculate 3K plus 2P. If it is P and K, if they ask directly what is P value, what is K value, if they give in options, we can do cross verification, right? But here option verification, let us say. But here they didn't given P and K separately. You have to find, and you have to find the value of 3K plus 2P. Divisibility rule for 72. So 72, I can write as 3 into 24. So I can write is divisible by 3 and 24. No. First we have to write given number as prime number power. 24 is not prime number. 72 in terms of prime number power is 2 cube into 3 square. So 72 rule is 2 cube is nothing but 8. 3 square is nothing but 9. So if a number is divided by 8 and if it's divided by 9, then only it's divisible by 72. Don't go for 3 and 24, 2 and 36, it's wrong. We have to check a number divisible by 8, divisible by 9, then only the number is divisible by 72. Right, now let's see divisible by 8 rule and 9 rule for this 11-digit number. The 11-digit number I am writing here, so it's 88 P55, sorry, 5540 85 K6, right? Now this number should be divided by 8 divided by 9. First I'll go for divisible by 8. Divisible by 8, 8 is 2 cube. Where do you see last 3 places? A number is divisible by 8 or not? If you want to check, we have to check the last 3 digits. Last 3 digits are 5k, 6. It should be divided by 8. Then only the number is divisible by 8. So now sir, how can you check is it divisible by 8? Instead of k, I will put 506. Is it divisible or not? We have to check is it divisible by 8 or not. Then 516, is it divisible by 8 or not? We have to try all. If it is 506, when you divide by 8, when you go for divisible by 8, 8 6 times 48, 2 remainder 26, not divisible. 26 not divisible, this will give 36 not divisible, right? So 46 not divisible, 56 is divisible, means 536 is correct. 536, if last 3 digits are 536, 8 6 are 48, 5 remainder 56 is divided by 8, 536 is one thing, and 8 5s are 40, 576 also dear. After 40, sir, why you went for 40? Now, this is 56, right? Okay, then 66, 76, it won't divide. I have to go for 576, which is 40. 40 added, 40 is divisible by 8. Yeah, 576 also divided by 8. So, k is having two chances. It can be 3 or it can be 7. There are two possibilities for k, which can be considered as 3 or 7. Right, so if it is 3 or 7, yeah, 536, last 3 digits is 536, divisible by 8. Last 3 digits is 576, divisible by 8. Now go for 9 divisibility. This is all related to divisible by 8. Now divisible by 9 rule, sum of digits we have to be careful. Sum of digits, right? So any combination which will leads to 9, we can remove that. Say 5 plus 4, 9, I can remove it directly. No need to add and do that job. Okay, you can ignore it. Now 8 plus 8, 16. 16 plus 5, 21. 21 means 3 remainder. When I divide by 9, 3 remainder. Again 3 and 6 are 9. We can remove it. I can say sum of digits is 13. 13 means 4. 4 plus k plus p. Sum of digits is like 4 plus k plus p. And here k plus p must be equal to 5 for me. Then it's divisible by 9. Divisible by 9, you have to do sum of digits. Some of you will argue why you cancel 5 and 4, sir. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 is divisible by 9. Waste of time doing summation. Or some of you may argue, I'll do all the summations, sir. Agreed. If you do 8 plus 8, 16. 16 plus 10, 26. 26 plus 4, 30. 38. Right, 43, 49, 49, 49 plus p, 49 plus k plus p, 49 also when you divide by 9, 4 remainder, right? So that's what, okay, waste of time if you do all that. What are the combinations which is divided by 9, you can close it and ignore it also. Now k plus p must be equal to 5, that's one thing, or k plus p must be equal to 14 also. If it is equal to 14, still fine, because 4 plus 14, 18. 18 is divided by 9. Yeah, this can be 14 or this can be equal to 5. So then go for k plus p equal to 23. Sir, no, it's not allowed because these are digits, single digit number. K and p are single digit number which can be taken from 0 to 9. If I take this one 9, this one 9 also, 9 plus 9, 18, we don't get 23. So only two things we have to check. K plus p equal to 5 or k plus p equal to 14, right? Now, you see that analysis, k plus p can be equal to 5 or k plus p equal to 14. The other analysis is k can be equal to 3 or 7, right? So, k can take the value of 3 or 7. So, k is 3 or 7. Now, in this one, if I consider k value 7 not possible, right? So, k3, p2, this is one possibility, k value 3, p value 2 here, right? Then here, so let's go with k value 7, sir. If I take k value 7, p equal to 7, but in question clearly they mentioned k is not equal to p. So, we should not consider this. Right. And why you not taken k value 7, sir? If you take k value 7, p is minus 2. But my dear friend, it's a digit. It's a hundreds place, thousands place. In 11 digit number, this is taking middle of the part. Those are digits. It cannot be negative. It should be positive, right? Fine. This is eliminated. Now go with k value 3, sir. If I go for k value 3, p is 11. This is also not allowed. They are single digit number. We can take only maximum from the minimum 0, maximum 9 only. So finally we got k value 3, p value 2. That's the only thing which we can accompany. So k3 and p value 2, if we substitute that here, we'll get 13. 3 square plus 2 square, we'll get 13 as the answer. Divisibility related stuff. So we given in detail what can be done, why 8 and 9 combination, what are the possible values for k and what can be taken for p. We worked on everything, right? Now let's see about the second question. They're asking sum of the squares of the numbers from 3 to 18. Sum of the squares of the numbers from 3 to 18. We know sum of squares of natural numbers. Sum of squares of n natural numbers. Sum of squares of n natural numbers is nothing but n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6, right? Okay, now you want from 3 to 18 only, then what you have to do, you want 3 square, 4 square, so on up to 18 square. This is what the question, right? What you can do it from 1 to 18, 1 square, 2 square, so on up to 18 square minus 1 square plus 2 square, right? Now you can apply that formula 18 into, okay, n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6 minus 1 square plus 2 square, anyhow 5. You substitute that, you will get the answer. But see, in exam point of view, this is in general procedure, sum of n natural numbers formula you know, and you substituted that and you got up to 18 square, this product value 57 into 37 minus 5. But what I recommend in exam to go ahead, see, if it is from, we have a thought 1 square, 2 square, so on up to 18 square, right? So this is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1, right? So this number, whatever it is, it should be divisible by 18. N into n plus 1, 2n plus 1 divided by 6, so this should be divided by 18, right? But if you remove minus 5, I have to remove, okay, actually the question is here, 3 square from 3 square, right? Means we have to remove 5, 1 square and 2 square. Now what I will do, if I add this 5, to the answer, answer must be divisible by 18. I am doing cross verification here. I am adding that 5 to the answer. 1 square, 2 square. This is answer is from here to here. If I add this 5 to the answer, then it should be divisible by 18. So add 5. This is 2107. Divisible by 18 required. It's a even number or odd number, right? And in fact, okay, you people may have again argue that 18 into, okay, 17, 19 divided, okay, this is so fine. 18 multiplied by 19 multiplied by 37 divided by 6, okay. So my answer should be divided by 3 at least. My answer should be divided by 3, right? So I have to check, is this answer 2107, sum of digits is nothing but equal to what? Sum of digits 10, it's not divisible. Now if I add 5 to this is 2108, sum of digits is 11, it's not divisible by 3. Here if I add 5, this is 2106, sum of digits is 9, it's divisible by 5. So again here by 3. If I add here, it's 2109. This is also divisible by 3. Both of these are divisible by 3. Divisible by 3 concept, if I check, these two numbers are divisible by 3. Then what is possibility, sir? Now see, 3 into 9, we should end with 9. Option D is correct. You see the units place at least, fine. In fact, this is one way, okay, checking divisibility by 3, or see the units place. 3 into 9, 27, 7. 7 into 7, 49, 9. Answer should end with 9. After adding 5, units place must be 9. That's available in only option D. Units place must be 9. You see that. Okay, 3 into 9, 27, 7, 7 into 7. Right, so just what I'm doing, I'm adding 5. Okay, this 5, if I add it to the answer, units place we're checking. Instead of multiplying 57 into 37, we can do that also. Right, answer units place must be 9 after adding 5. Right. Now let's see about next question. Yes, say this here, they given subtraction and addition. Now this result everyone understand, it's nothing but 7 plus 4.467 bar means 11.467 bar is what required. But you want to convert this into fraction, right? So x by y format. See, first of all, I want 11 point something. Here 11, this is less than 10. This is not correct. Okay, if we divide numerator with denominator, we will get less than 10. If denominator into 10 will give 11,000. Numerator is not like that. Denominator into 10 is 11,000. Numerator not like that. It can be BRC. And there is a huge variation in numerator, 200 difference. So what I will do, okay, which of these options will generate 11.467? This is shortcut method. Using options we are going. The other method will give in detail directly how this can be converted to that. That we'll discuss. That's not an issue. But first I am eliminating the options, finding the correct option. Okay. Now among these two, what I can do, 900 into this, okay, should give among these options. Let us say approximately this is 11.5. So 11.5 into denominator 900, which is multiplied by 9 will give, so 1035. So we should get less than this. 10,350, less than that is option B. It's not option C, option B. I'm just eliminating the options as per this question. We want 11.467 bar, approximately 11.5, let it be. So I'm multiplying with denominator, and is that, okay, numerator suitable? Which is suitable is option B. Right. No sir, I want exactly that P by Q form should be generated. No problem. See, we got 11.467 bar, which can be written as 11 plus 0.467 bar. Now focus on this 0.467 bar. The shortcut thing, what you can do when you want to convert this into P by Q form is, first as bar is there for one term, write 9. Bar is there only for one term, write 19. Before that, how many digits are there? Okay, before the decimal and before this bar, there are 2 digits, so 2 zeros. Let us say if it is 0.58 bar, we have to write 9 one time and 90. Because only one digit is available, okay, bar and between the decimal, so 90, here 2 digits, 900. Then numerator, what about numerator sir? 467 minus this 46. Here 58 minus 5. Here 58 minus 5. Here 467 minus 46, which is 421 divided by 900. Whereas here if you want to do this, this is 53 divided by 90. Or if you want one more example, let us say 0.567 bar. Bar is there for 67, 2 terms. Then what you have to do, write 2 nines. Write 2 nines because bar is there for 2 terms. Write 2 nines. Before bar and decimal there is one number, so one digit available, 0. The numerator is 567 minus 5, which is 562 divided by 990. So you can convert in the using the shortcut method that fraction. Okay, so 11 plus here 421 divided by 900. So 11 into 900, 9900 plus 421 is 10,321 divided by 900. You can observe that's what option B, 10,321 divided by 900. Right, you can see that clearly option B is correct. Let's move for the next question. here two equations are given, right? So one is 2x plus 3y plus 11 equal to 0. The other one 6x plus ky plus 33 equal to 0. They said these two lines are coincident lines, means you should get infinite solutions. For x and y, infinite solutions is required. When you will get infinite solutions is both are same equation indirectly. If you see first equation multiplied by 3, first equation multiplied by 3 is next one. 11 3 times 2 3 times, k is nothing but 3 into 3 9. So what is the value of k? And when they mention it's a coincident lines, so b must be k must be equal to 9. These two are same equations but given in different way. So just the relationship is multiplied by 3, right? Now see the next question. Find the smallest multiple of 14 which when divided by 6, 8 and 12 leaves a remainder 4, 6 and 10 respectively. Now here what you can do, yeah, again one thing is like you can do option verification. Original method will explain, but before that, see the question is indirectly your answer should be divisible by 14. 46 is not divisible by 14. 40 is not divisible by 14. The answer should be divisible by 14, right? So yeah, these two terms are divided by 14. They said find the smallest multiple of 14, means it should be divided by 14. Only two options are available which can be divided by 14. Next one, when you divide it by 6, remainder must be 4. 336, when I divided by 6, remainder is 0. So this is not the answer, option C is the answer. Divided by 6, when a number is divided by 6, remainder must be 4. When 336 is divided by 6, 5 times 30, 3 remainder, 36 divided by 6, exactly, remainder is 0. Nothing possible, so option B eliminated. Only option suitable is 70. You can check when I divide by 12, 5 times 60, 10 remainder satisfied. When I divided by 6, 11 times 66, 4 remainder satisfied. When I divided by 8 times 64, okay, still 6 is there, 6 is the remainder satisfied. Okay, but this is option verification. No sir, I want the exact method which will be suitable. See, when it's divided by 6, divided by 8, divided by 12, the remainders are nothing but 4, 6 and 10. See, if you want to apply LCM concept, divided by a group of numbers means LCM, we need a common remainder. Here negative remainder is there, minus 2. The number is actually LCM of 6, 8 and 12 multiples, k I am writing to use the multiple, minus 2. Why minus 2 here is, yeah, divided by 6, 4 is the remainder, means it's a negative remainder concept, minus 2. Okay, divide by 8, 6 remainder means minus 2, divide by 12, 10 remainder means minus 2. So first take LCM of 6, 8 and 12. When 12 is that 6 is not required, for 8 and 12 LCM is 24. Answer must be 24 multiple and we have to remove 2. Why k? What is that k? K is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. It's a integer value. Now I have to change k in such a way the answer should be divided by 14. Why k is there, sir? Yeah, you use k for different values. You see it's divisible by 14. Right, so when k value 1, 22 no. When k value 2, 48 minus 2, 46 no. K value 3, when k is 3, number is 72 minus 2, 70. This is divisible by 14. My answer should be divisible by 14 as well. So k is a variable which we can vary, 1, 2, 3, so on you can try, but make sure the smallest number divisible by 14. After, okay, yes, this is divisible by 14, the smallest one. Right, so option C is correct. Let's see about the next question. Hope you understand. Option verification, maybe eliminating the options, finding the correct one. or the original method, it's a LCM concept, right? And k is a variable here. Why that variable is used is we have to satisfy divisible by 14. We can try different values for k. Now let's see about this ratio concept mixed with percentages. Maths, physics and chemistry in a school are in the ratio 7, 8 and 9. I am an assumption that all of you people read the question while attempting the test. Okay, I am not giving you the time to read the question. I am in a thought process that okay, people already taken the test in a sincere note and I am just going with the solution of that. Okay. And there is a proposal for these three subject seats to increase 30%, 40% and 50%. What will be the ratio of increased seats, right? See, initially 7, 8 and 9. Now, first seats are increased by, maths is increased by 30, physics increased by 40, chemistry increased by 50%. So, what you can do, you can write 30% increase means 130%. 100% means same, no change. 100% means 1, there is no change. Increase means extra, 130% we have to write. Here 140% of 8, here 150% of 9. Now anyhow this is 10 times, if I am dividing with 10, I am dividing with 10 and that percentages are gone. Now 7 times 91. 14 into 8, we can see 112, 15 into 9, 135. So 91, 112, 135 available in option A. 91, 112, 135, right? Now, time and work, pipes and tanks, pipes and cisterns related. Pipe A and B can fill a tank in 7 hours and 10 hours respectively, while C can empty the tank in 14 hours. If all the pipes start together, then how much time it will take to fill the tank? Right, so A and B filling the tank in 7 hours and 10 hours, C is emptying. So A filling the tank in 7 hours, B filling the tank in 10 hours, C can empty it in 14 hours. See, a tank capacity not given, we can assume value for tank capacity. For easy calculations, we'll take LCM for the given timings. For calculations point of view, I can assume here, this is my assumption, I am assuming my tank is having 70 liters and A can fill that in 7 hours means it can add 10 liters of water per hour. If tank capacity, whatever I assumed, is 70 liters, then it is taking 7 hours means it can fill 10 liter per hour. Now that 70 liters, 10 hours means 7 liter per hour it can fill. Now that 70 liters removed in 14 hours, empty means removed in 14 hours means it is removing 5 liter per hour. Now when all three pipes are open, A, B and C, when all three are opened, A can fill 10 liter, B can fill 7 liter, C can empty 5. When all three are working, they can fill 12 liter per hour. Total tank capacity 70 liters and it can fill 12 liter per hour. Means the time is work by efficiency. What is the work? What is your efficiency or capacity? So my efficiency is 12. My work is 70. 70 divided by 12, which is 35 divided by 6, which is 5 by 6 hours. In mixed fraction, 5 by 6 or approximately 6 hours should be your answer. So, yeah, 5 by 6, option D. Mixed fraction, 5 by 6. So, three pipes, all three are open together. We have some formulas as well. You can apply that if you want. Or this is the procedure. Okay, no need to remember any formulas here. You just go with the procedure. When all three are open, this is what you can apply. Now let's see about next question, again divisibility related. Smallest number greater than 3000, which when divided by 4, 7 and 10 leaves remainder of 3. Clearly, when a number is divided by 4, remainder must be equal to 3. I'll see, okay, this number divisible by 4, remainder is 0. Divisible by 4 means last 2 digits is sufficient. Here, remainder when divided by 4, remainder is 1. 81, right? So this is 1 when divided by 4, remainder is 1. So eliminated, only option suitable is this. When 79 is divided by 4, 19 times 76, 3 remainder is correct. So when a number is divided by 4, remainder must be 3. Suitable only option, option verification. No sir, I want to do the question exactly. Then here when I divided by 4, 7 and 10, the remainders are 3, 6, 9. Here it's minus 1. Negative remainder concept minus 1. Now we have to take LCM for 4, 7 and 10. The multiples of this minus 1 we have to do. For 4 and 7 LCM is 28. For 28 and 10 the LCM will be 140. So my answer should be 140 multiple minus 1. 140 multiple and minus 1. Then k is a variable where you can take k value 1, 2, 3, so on. Now here my target is number should be more than 3000. So I'll take, let us say if number is 3000, what can be k value? So if I divide by 140, I'll get the rough idea. So 280, we got 200. So we got around 140, 60 remainder. Means I have to go for 22 times. So if I go for 22 times, okay, if I take k value 22, because 21, remainder 60, I am getting less than 3000. So if I take k value 22, if I go for k value 22, the number will be 140 into 22 minus 1, so which is 280 into 11. Oh yeah, fine. So we got 0, 8, 0, 3. So 3080 minus 1, which is 3079. This is the original method. So number greater than 3000. Okay, so satisfying all, that is 3079. Or one more simple idea, divided by 10. Remainder 9 means answer should be ending with 9, right? Dividing by 10, remainder 9 means answer should end with 9. Only one option. Straightforward, we can attack the question. Right? So, or else this is the original method. How k value fixed is here. When I take, okay, I have to know 1, 2, 3, there are a lot of values for k, which is best suitable, I have to check. So, when I go for 21, we got less than 3000. I want more than 3000 means next value, k value 22 if we take, you can see we got more than 3000. Least number which is satisfying that. Now see trigonometry related stuff. So cosecant, secant, tangent, cotangent, right? So tan, cot, sec, cosec. Now one thing we have to know, yeah. So cosecant x is nothing but secant of 90 degrees minus x. Hope you people can agree with that. And yeah, cot x is nothing but tan of 90 degrees minus x. Hope you can agree with these 2 points from trigonometry, very basic. Now this one what I can write, okay, this is cosecant x, I can write 90 minus that. So if I go 90 minus of this, 90 minus 75 is 15. And here minus theta will come, and here this is minus secant of 15 minus theta. These two will cancel. So this one, first 2 terms are cancel. Next, similar to this, tan, okay, tan theta, or we can write like this also, tan x is nothing but equal to cot of 90 degrees minus x. Right, so now this can be, if we just subtract 90 minus this, I can write minus cot of 90 minus this one, 90 minus 55 is 35, plus theta minus of, that means minus theta, and here this is plus cot of 35 minus theta. These two will get cancelled. So option will be B. First 2 terms get cancelled, last 2 terms will get cancelled. We'll get option B. Trigonometry related basic question. As it is JE, we cannot expect too much difficult questions. No need to expect that. And let's see about this question. A thief is 400 meters ahead of policeman. So police is chasing a thief. Thief is 400 meters ahead. Fine. Okay, let's say thief is here, policeman is here, and the gap between them is 400 meters, and thief traveling with a speed of 10 km per hour, police with a speed of 15 km per hour chasing. In exam, I think one of the speeds is missed, you can correct it. Okay, so thief speed is 10, police speed is 15, then only they can chase, right? Both are traveling in same direction, indirectly it's specified. Okay, police should go and caught the thief, so police speed must be more. Now, what is the time taken for police to caught this? Then I can calculate what is the distance travel, the distance the thief covered before the policeman caught, right? So, now, if you see the timing required first of all, okay, now here what is the time taken the police will caught the thief is, time is distance by speed, distance 400, both are traveling in same direction, speeds must be subtracted, 5 km per hour, but this is in meters, this distance is in meters, we have to convert meters, okay, this is also in terms of meters, so 400 into 18 divided by 25, this is 16 times. So we got 180 and 108 or 160 and 128, which is 288 seconds. Right, so now 288 seconds is the time taken for the police to caught that person. So now calculate the distance the thief covered before the policeman caught. So what is the distance traveled by thief? Distance traveled by thief, distance is nothing but speed into time. So speed of the thief. So thief speed 10 km per hour, again 5 divided by 18. Okay, to convert into meters per second, and time is here 288. So yeah, this you can cancel it, 16 into 580, 80 into 10, 800 meters. So the distance traveled by thief, okay, before caught by the policeman is 800 meters. 800 meters. So distance is speed into time. First calculate the time taken to catch that policeman, then you can calculate the distance, right? So here you can keep 16 into 18 also as it is. In how here it will cancel. Again, we need to calculate the distance, it will cancel. No issues. Now let's see about the next question. Algebra related. X plus 1 by x is, let's say x plus 1 by x is equal to a, then we know x square plus 1 by x square is nothing but a square minus 2. So here 3 square minus 2, answer is nothing but 7. A square minus 2 we can take, because as you can do squaring on both sides. X plus 1 by x equal to 3. Do squaring on both sides. So we got x square, a square plus b square plus 2ab. In that time x and 1 by x will get cancelled. So here 3 square 9. Now 9 minus 2 7. That's what we are giving you. Very simple. X square plus 1 upon x square is nothing but equal to 7. Right. So option A is correct. Now let's see about the next question. So isosceles triangle, ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB and AC are equal. Mensuration related concepts very important. Okay, angle BAC is 50 degrees. Side BC is extended to D. Find the measure of ACD. Now see here they are given ABC. This is B and C. This is A, right? Angle BAC is nothing but 50 degrees. And they said AB and AC are equal. And BC is extended to some point D. This BC line they extended to D. Right, we have a triangle now. Okay, here angle BAC is nothing but equal to 50 degrees. AB, AC both are equal. When AB, AC both are equal, now these two angles must be equal. This is alpha, this must be alpha. Right. And here I have to calculate angle ACD. beta I need to calculate. Here alpha plus beta must be equal to 180 degrees as it is a straight line. Line BCD, if we consider alpha plus beta is 180. If I know alpha, question is in fact regarding beta. Angle ACD is nothing but beta you need to calculate. If I know alpha, then I can calculate beta. How to calculate alpha, sir? Take triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, sum of interior angles 50 degrees plus alpha, sum of all interior angles is equal to 180. Then clearly alpha, here we have 130, okay, 65 degrees is alpha. When I know alpha is 65, beta must be 115 degrees because sum of those two should be equal to 180. So beta must be 115 degrees. Alpha 65, take beta as 115, then it will be satisfied. Option A is correct, suitable. Good. So mensuration, so this is what you have to be clear with the angles related concepts. Now let's see about this question, clocks related. Clocks. Angle between hands. Angle between the hands. Hands in the sense by default you have to consider minute hand and hour hand only. Minute hand, hour hand. So time shows 40 minutes past 6. Means time is 6:40. Now what is the angle between hands? The practical situation is if you draw a diagram, 6:40, okay, this minute hand is at 8. This will slightly move away from 6. So our hand is slightly moving away from 6. So this angle we need to calculate. Angle between the hands we need to calculate. Right. So fine. Doing this directly here will be a bit difficult for you. So what I'll suggest, we have to calculate minute hand and hour hand angle. How to calculate minute hand angle, sir? So I hope you people know the concept. So to cover the one full cycle, one full entire round, minute hand, if we consider minute hand, it will take 60 minutes to complete one full round, means 360 degrees. 60 minutes, 360 degrees, right? So then 1 minute equal to 6 degrees. In 1 minute, minute hand will cover 6 degrees. Here 40 minutes is there. So minute hand angle is 40 multiplied by 6, 240 degrees. So from here, from this point, this is theta m, minute hand covered 240 degrees angle. Minute hand is 240. Now hour hand, with respect to this point, this is the basic point. This is the basic point what we are considering. From there, hour hand how much angle, sir? So let's see, regarding hour hand, the analysis goes like this. So hour hand will take 12 hours to complete one full cycle. So 360 degrees, 12 hours, 360 degrees, 1 hour, 30 degrees. That's one thing. In fact, hour hand, every minute also it will change, right? So you know, at 4 o'clock, hour hand is at exactly 4, but at 4:30, hour hand is between 4 and 5 in the middle. So with respect to minutes also, hour hand will change. 1 hour 30 degrees, this is regarding hour hand only. The same hour hand, 1 hour means nothing but 60 minutes. 60 minutes 30 degrees, every minute half degree it will rotate. Every minute half degree it will rotate. So hour hand, two things, with respect to number of hours and with respect to number of minutes as well. Now let's focus on hour hand angle. 6 hours. So every hour 30 degrees. Then every minute half degree. Every minute half degree. So the angle covered 180 plus 20, 200. Now this is 200, this is 240. The angle between them is 40 degrees. Option A is correct. This is 240 with respect to this point, and this is 200, right? So the angle between those two is nothing but equal to 40 degrees, right? So no need to bahat anything. It's very simple. I given the concept outline as well. You are taking time to explain the questions in detail analysis we are giving. Okay, in exam people may already using some formula. No sir, I don't want all this. Okay, I want only formula. Then go for formula. theta is nothing but 30h minus 11m by 2. For 640, h is nothing but 6 number of hours, m is nothing but 40. You can just substitute that here, 30h minus 11m divided by 2, that will give the same answer. Modulus, if you got negative also, you should consider as a positive. Now this is very easy question, smallest fraction among the smallest one. See directly 3 by 9, 4 by 9, 3 by 9 is smaller, right? 3 by 9, 4 by 9, 3 by 9 is smaller, right? So 3 by 9, nothing but 1 by 3, which is 0.33. Okay. Next, 5 by 8, sir. 5 by 8 is approximately 0.6 because 8 6 times 48, 0.6 means 4.8. This is not smallest one. We want smallest one. 5 by 8, sorry. Then 8 by 14. 8 by 14. See, 14 half is 7. 14 half of that is 7. It's more than 0.5. More than half. More than half, right? So I want 0.3. The smallest one is option C. This is not okay. 3 by 9 is the smallest fraction among all. Largest fraction is definitely 5 by 8. Among all, 5 by 8 is largest. 3 by 9 is smallest. Now trigonometry related question. So 1 upon 1 plus sin theta plus 1 upon 1 minus sin theta. Take the LCM. So denominator is a plus b into a minus b. A square minus b square. Numerator 1 minus sin theta, 1 plus sin theta. Sin theta will get cancelled. You got 2 as numerator. 1 minus sin square theta can be written as cos square theta. 1 upon cos square theta is nothing but secant square theta. 2 times of secant square theta. Option C is correct. 1 upon cos is nothing but secant. So cos square theta means secant square theta we can mention. Option B correct if it is 2 divided by, not 2 multiplied by. Yeah, one more question related to trigonometry. Yeah, we can do rationalization if you want to come out of that. So root of 1 plus cos A divided by 1 minus cos A. So rationalization I am multiplying with 1 plus cos A divided by 1 plus cos A. So what will happen? Numerator root of 1 plus cos A, root of 1 plus cos A, 1 plus cos A whole square, square root will come out. We can write 1 plus cos A in numerator. Denominator a plus b, a minus b into a plus b, a square minus b square, square root of 1 minus cos square A. Cos square A is 1 minus cos square is nothing but sin square A. Root of sin square A is nothing but sin A. So 1 plus cos A divided by sin A. 1 divided by sin A is nothing but cosecant A. Cos A divided by sin A is nothing but cot A. So we can go with option D. D is correct. Option D, cosecant A plus cot A. Trigonometry, we can expect good number of questions. You focus. In syllabus also, trigonometry clearly mentioned. Let us see this question, my dear. So in a circle AB and CD are produced to meet at E outside the circle. If AB equal to 9, AE value 12 and ED equal to 4, you have to calculate the length of chord CD. So let's say we have a circle here. Okay, so here AB and CD, those two chords should meet at point E. So AB, let us say this is AB. This is meeting this point, this is AB. We are extending that to meet at point E. AB distance is 9 centimeters, BE distance is 3 centimeters only. Because total they said 12. AE is 12. AE distance is given as 12 centimeters. So AB will be equal to 9 and we can say B is equal to 3. You can observe that. AB is 9, A is 12 means we can consider B is nothing but equal to 3. Then similarly CD, C and D are meeting at point E. Now if you go for C and D, Let's say they are meeting at this point E, C and D. Here D is given as 4 centimeters. You have to calculate CD. This is a line, straight line. Consider this is a straight line. So CD. CD distance is what we have to calculate. Right. So we have a property that this entire line AE into BE must be equal to CD, entire CE, entire this line CE into DE. So this entire line AE multiplied with this line BE must be equal to CE multiplied by DE. Here AE is nothing but 12. A is total 12. B is nothing but 3. CE you need to calculate. We don't know CE value, but DE value is given as 4. We got from this data CE is nothing but 9. When CE is 9 means from here to there it's 9 means CD is nothing but equal to 5. CD will be 5 centimeters because we came to know CE is nothing but 9. The question is regarding CD. CD will be equal to 5 centimeters. CD line must be equal to 5 centimeters. So option C is correct. When these two chords AB and CD extended to meet at point E, this product AE product and into BE product must be equal to CE into DE. So when you apply that concept, we can calculate CE is nothing but 9. Now let's see about the next question. Ages related question, equations all related stuff. 3 times the present age of P is 25 years more than the Q. So Q plus 25. Whereas after 10 years, twice the age of Q. Twice the age of Q after 10 years. So Q plus 10 we have to take is 18 years less than thrice the age of P. But guys, P also after 10 years only. That after 10 years is common for both P and Q. So twice the age of Q after 10 years is thrice the age of P. That after 10 years is common for both P and Q. Minus 18. Now put that 3P value here. Here 2Q plus 20. 3P plus 10, 30 minus 18. Then here 2Q. Okay, this 20 will come to this side. Then it will become 30 minus 20, 10. And 3P minus 8 it will become. We know 3P value is nothing but Q plus 25. When you put it here, Q plus 17 will come. So Q is nothing but equal to 17. The present age of Q is nothing but 17. It's all equation solving. This is first equation. Here we got second equation. Very important alert is after 10 years is common for both P and Q. If they mention at the starting or ending, after is common for both P and Q. Now let's see about this question, search related. X value given, Y value given, you have to calculate x square plus y square. Right, so here when you do x square, we know a plus b, this is a plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab, here minus 2ab will be there. That will be cancelled. It's simple. X square plus y square is nothing but twice. Let us say this is a plus b, this is a minus b. Okay, when you do a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square, it's twice of a square plus b square. A square, a value 2, a square means 4. B is root 5, b square is nothing but 5. 2 into 9 will get 18. So option A is correct. Right. Now let us see the next question. Length of the diagonals of rhombus is given as 16 and 12. We have to calculate the side of that. Right. So you have a rhombus. The two diagonals length is given. Right. So this is diagonal 1 and diagonal 2. So when one of the diagonal 16, this is the longest one 16, means then this is 8 and 8. This is 8, this is 8. Other diagonal 12 means this is 6 and 6. Now one of the side is 6, one of the side is 8. This is a right angle triangle. This side A is nothing but root of 6 square plus 8 square, which we can consider as 10. So side of the rhombus is nothing but equal to 10. Option A is correct. Areas and volumes are mensuration geometry related concepts. Now percentage mixes and allegation. So 80% orange juice drink is mixed with 20%. This is 25% concentration. the resultant becomes 60%. See, 80% mixed with 25%, the resultant is 60% orange. So when 80% mixed with 25%, the resultant is 60. Yes, the 60 is between 80 and 25. Now, as per the mixation alligation concept, take difference, take the positive value, put in opposite side, difference is 35. Here difference, take difference, put in opposite side, 20. This is nothing but 7:4 ratio. Here they taken 36 liters. This 25% is there in 36 liters concentration. Now this 4 represent 36 liters multiplied by 9. Then this 7 represents multiplied by 9, 63 liters. Yeah, the 25% concentration is taken from 36 liters, right? So this 4 represents 36 liters. So then this 80%, this 7 is related to that 80% concentration. Now how many? The question is regarding, okay, how much of 80% orange juice? So from 63 liters, 80% of orange, from 36 liters, 25% of orange concentration you taken and mixed it, you got 60%. You mixed in 7:4 ratio. And in fact, this is 63 liters. 80% concentration 63, 25% concentration from 36. So 63 liters is correct. Mixation alligation concept. We are mixing, combining, right? This is profit and loss. Good question. See, you purchased at 18 per kg. Cost price is 18 rupees per kg. You are selling at 20 per kg. Okay, but see, there is a problem. Instead of giving 1 kg, you are giving 900 grams only. Means the actual selling price is 220 rupees for 900 grams, not for 1 kg. Why, sir? You see the question what they said? You are giving only 900 grams of wheat instead of 1 kg. You are not giving 1 kg weight while selling. You are giving only 900 grams. So it's 20 rupees for 900 grams. So both should be per kg. Then we can handle. If you want per kg, so we should, okay, it's like we can multiply, divide by 20 for 900 grams. So yeah, 1 gram is, you can calculate for 1000 grams. So 900 grams is 20 rupees, 900 grams. 1 kg means 1000, means you have to multiply with 1000 divided by 9. So multiply with 1000 divided by 900 or multiply by 10 divided by 9. Then this is 1 kg, this is 200 by 9. So selling price is 200 by 9 per kg. 1 kg amount is 200 by 9 rupees. You are purchasing for 18. Now what is, yeah, definitely you have a profit. So how much profit? To understand better, I'll write this also, divide by 9 concept. Multiply by 9 and divide by 9. 162 divided by 9 is the cost per kg you are purchasing. But you are selling for 200 by 9 per kg, the profit is 38. Profit percentage should be calculated on cost price. So profit percentage, profit is 38 divided by 9. We have to calculate with respect to cost price, 162 divided by 9 into 100. This 9 will get cancelled. We have, this is 19. This is... yeah, you have 81. So 1900 divided by 81 percentage. It's close to 20 times. So if you just do 2 times, we got 162. 162. Still the remainder is 28, 280. So 23 point something will come definitely. 23 point. Yeah, 23 point. We have only one option. Use the options. 23 point, 24 point. I got 23 point. I just verified 23 point something is required. So in options, only option available with 23 point something is 23.45. We are going with that. But why this? You understand? 200 rupees, 20 per case they mention. But instead of 1 case, they are selling 900 grams. Means you are collecting 20 rupees for 900 grams. Means actual selling price is 200 by 9 rupees you are collecting. 200 by 9. 200 by 9 means 22.22 approximately. Okay, if you want to avoid these calculations rupture. Okay, you can take cost price is 18, selling price is approximately 22.22. Then you can say profit is 4.22 divided by 18 into 100. You can do like this also, but you will get close to that. Yeah, not exactly, but close to that will be there. 2.1111 divided by 9 means 211 divided by 9. You know 9, 2 times 18, still 31. 31, 23 times 27, so 0.4, yeah, 23.4 like that will come. This is what profit percentage. 200 by 9 is 22.22, you can take like this also. Now see the simplification related, you have to know the shortcuts regarding square root. Okay, so you have to do square root of 11,449. When a number is ending with 9, okay, it can be 3 or 7 because 3 square 9, 7 square 49. So when you write 3 or 7, remove 2 digits. Now 114 is between 10 square and 11 square. It can be 103 or 107. 114 is between 10 square 100 and 11 square 121. Right, so it can be 103 or 107. But now how can I decide? This 114 close to 121 means 107. If this 114 is close to 100 means 103. 114 difference here to 100 is 14. Here it is 7. It's close to this one means answer is 107. This is 107. Square root of that is 107. Similarly, you have to do square root of 6,241. Now as it is ending with 1, it can be 1 or 9 because 9 square 81, 1 square 1, 1 or 9. Remove these 2 digits. 62, 7 square and 8 square between. So it can be 71 or 79. 71 or 79. How can you decide? 62, 7 square, 8 square, 7 square 49, 8 square 64. The 62 is close to 64. So I have to consider it's a 79 only. This is 79. So as of now, square root of 11,449 is 107. Square root of 6241 is 79 minus 54 square, and the 74 square also you send to that side. Minus 74 square is equal to square root of the unknown x value. Okay, if you want to find x, you have to do the center and square of that. X is nothing but whole square for all this product. First you have to multiply 107 into 172, then subtract 54 square, then subtract 74 square, then do whole square for all this stuff. Because they are asking square root of that, square root of this. You have to be very careful, we have to calculate square root of that. When you do all this, we will get this simplification as 61. 61 square, which is 3,721 will be obtained. After simplifying this entire equation, we will get 61. Internally we got 61 only. 61 square, if you apply, we will get 3,721. This is regarding simplification. We have to multiply and subtract these two squares from that. Then we will get 3,721. 3,721. Now see this equation, we have a minus b whole cube, that itself difficult here. Then b minus c whole cube, c minus a whole cube, divided by all this. See, the answer is in terms of, not in terms of a, b, c, they given 1402, right. What I will suggest, you take some values for a, b, c, easy values. So I will take a value 4, b value 3, c value 2 like that. Then put in that equation. If I put this value in equation, a minus b whole cube is 1 cube, b minus c is 1 cube is 1, c minus a, c is nothing but 2, 2 minus 4 minus 2 whole cube is minus 8. So numerator is minus 6 altogether, okay. Divided by denominator 3 into a minus b is 1, b minus c is 1, c minus a is minus 2, denominator also minus 6, get cancel, I got 1, so here also answer is 1. I don't want to expand that expression, cancelling and all, I will just use this simple logic, I'll take different values. You not only 432, you take different values, put in ABC, okay, numerator, denominator, cancel it, finally what you got? 1. So that's the answer, right? Now let's see about this question. This is A, B, here A, here we have a B, here we have C. BC and CD are equal and these two angles also equal. This is alpha, here also alpha, right? Listen, here for this triangle ABC, let's split it into two triangles. One triangle is ABC, other triangle is ABD. Here AB, for these two triangles, if you just check it out, AB same, here AB same. As per the question, BC and BD both are equal and there is one angle equal. See, two sides are equal and one included angle is equal. These two triangles are congruent. Similar triangles, where then all angles and sides must be equal. Here, two sides equal, one included angle is equal for both, then both are congruent, so all sides and all angles are equal. Now here angle CAB must be equal to angle BAD or DBA, DAB, BAD or DAB, not a problem. So yeah, it should be equal to A, DAB or DBA, DAB or BAD. Yeah, fine. DAB also fine. So option B is correct. We can take DAB. These angles are equal. So option B. Now see this percentage is related. You have some monthly income and you spend 30% of that, and on the rest 60% you spent. Finally you have 6,300 in your hand. What is the total income? See, among income 30% gone, 70% is available. This is the remaining amount. Among this again 60% gone, 40% only available. That's equal to 6,300. Now what is that K value, K income? Among income 30% gone means 70% available. Then 60% gone means 40% available. 70% means 70 divided by 100. 40% means 40 divided by 100. You cancel this 6,300. This 0 cancel, this 0 cancel. This is 900 times. This is 25 times. So K is nothing but 22,500. K is 22,500. Direct equation we can map. Yes sir, they said 60% of the rest here. This is the rest of the amount. Among that 60% gone, saving is 40% only. Right, you can write the equation directly if you understand the question. Statistics related question, they given f and x. We know mean is nothing but sum of f into x divided by sum of f frequency. So they given mean value 15 already. Here 5 into 6 30 plus 10k plus 90 plus 200 plus 125 divided by sum of 12 and 10, 22, 27 plus k. This is equal to 15. Now we have to cross multiply. 15 into 27, 300, 405 plus 15k must be equal to here 200, and already this is 120, 320, 320 and 125, 445 plus 10k. Now you can see 5k is nothing but equal to 40, k equal to 8. 5k equal to 40, k equal to 8. Statistics mean, okay, sum of the product of frequency and the given data x divided by sum of frequencies. You apply, solving the equation, we can find the mean value. Here this is regarding angles of elevation of the top of a tower from 2 points on the ground is 18 and 320. Okay, away from the foot of the tower are complementary, right? So from the tower we have 2 points on the ground. Let's say this is alpha, this is beta. These two are complementary, means alpha plus beta equal to 90 degrees. Alpha plus beta together must be equal to 90. And this is 18 meters away. This is from the foot of the tower. And this is from here to here. Let's say this is AB. This is OB. Okay, OB is 32. AB is 12. Okay, now question is regarding the height of the tower. The height of the tower H. H is the question here. Now you can apply tan. Tan is opposite side by adjacent side. So tan alpha is nothing but H divided by 18. Similarly, you can apply tan beta. Tan beta is nothing but H divided by 32. Tan beta is H divided by 32. We know alpha plus beta is 90 degrees. Beta is nothing but 90 degrees minus alpha. And tan beta is nothing but cot alpha, we can write using this. So tan beta is nothing but cot alpha H by 32. When cot alpha is H by 32, tan alpha is reciprocal 32 divided by H. So you have tan alpha here, here also tan alpha, both are equal. Means if you equate H square equal to 32 into 18, H is nothing but 32 into 2, 64 means 8 here, 9 square, 9, 3 square. So we got H value 24. The height of the tower is 24. Height of the tower is 24. They given alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, these two towers, okay, angles are complementary. Alpha plus beta is 90. You can just apply. Okay, so heights and distance related question. See, angle of elevation is mentioned. Now let's see about this parallelogram PQRS. The bisectors of consecutive angles. So let's say we have a parallelogram. PQRS. The angles of bisectors of P and Q intersect angular bisectors. Angular bisectors means it will divide into equally two angles. So this P divide into two angles. This is alpha by 2 alpha. These two are equally divided. And Q also, okay, these are meeting at T point, intersect at T. Here also both are equal, beta and beta. Let's say this is alpha and alpha. Okay, that's what bisector angles. So they meet at point T. Okay, fine. Now what is the measure of angle PTQ is the question. PTQ, right. Now we can observe from this clearly alpha plus beta, right. See, this is okay, fine. 2 alpha plus 2 beta must be equal to 180 degrees. This is here, this one together. 2 alpha plus 2 beta must be equal to 90. 180 degrees. 2 alpha plus 2 beta will be 180. Then alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degrees. And if you go for the triangle PQT, sum of the interior angles must be equal to 180 degrees. So 1 is alpha plus angle PTQ plus beta. All this should be equal to 180. You know, alpha plus beta 90. Then angle PTQ must be equal to 90 degrees. So guys, observe here, okay, parallelogram, two consecutive angles. P and Q are two consecutive angles. That's angular bisectors, means it should divide into two equal angles. This one should be divided into two equal parts, here and here. Right, so and this is 2 alpha plus 2 beta totally together should be equal to 180. Alpha plus beta must be equal to 90 degrees. Then we take the triangle PTQ, in that PQT, okay, sum of interior angles. Okay, this is, let's say, theta. We have to calculate the theta value only. Alpha plus beta plus theta equal to 180. Alpha plus beta 90. Then obviously theta must be equal to 90 degrees. That's what option B for us. Now let's see about this simple interest concept. For 5 years with certain rate of interest, you invested the amount. It is giving 5,250. 5,250 with certain rate of interest for certain principal. Okay. Now, if the rate of interest is increased by 2% per annum, this is R% per annum. Now 2% you are increasing per annum. Now the amount you are getting is 5,600 for the same principal. Time is 5 years, right? Now you observe this is simple interest concept. So guys, interest, see, as rate of interest is increased, you will get more interest. How much amount extra you are getting? You are getting 350 rupees extra, right? Because of what? 2% for 1 year, as it is 5 years, 10%. Interest is calculated on principal. So 10% of principal is 350. You want to calculate principal 100%, which is 3,500. Total of principal is 3,500. I don't want to entertain formulas. If you want, you can go ahead. But this is very simple. Extra amount is 350. That is because of extra interest 10%. How 10%, sir? 2% for 1 year. 5 years means 10% extra. Interest calculated on principal. 10% of principal is 350. Principal will be 3,500. Total 100%, right? So that's nothing but equal to 3,500. Right? So hope you understand these questions. Okay, if you feel any question difficulty, let us know. You can put the comments. We'll work on it. Right? Thank you.
Hello everyone, in this particular video we are going to discuss the general intelligence and the reasoning section of the RRB JE mock test. So these are the questions. Now let's discuss with the very first one. The question is saying that find the odd set as one set of numbers and quotient differs from the rest. So basically we need to do the find out the odd one out, and we know that whenever we are having quotient from the concept of this, we need to focus on the group formation, right? So if you will see these particular options, I got to know that the middle number, whatever we are having, is a perfect square, right? So we need to think in that way. So if I think it like this, if I subtract the first and the last number and then find out the square of it, can we able to get the middle number? So let's check it with this one. So 9 minus 7 and the square of this. Ultimately, the subtraction that we are getting over here is 2, and the 2 square is nothing but 4, which is nothing but present in the middle of it, right? Let's check the same thing with this one. 13 minus 7. So what we are getting? We are getting 6 square. 6 square is nothing but 36, which is nothing but present in the middle, right? Now this one. 9 minus 5 and square of it. This is nothing but 4. 4 square is nothing but 16. But here we are having 25. That means these two terms are not equal. Let's check the last one. Here we are having 11 minus 7 and the square of it. And here what we are getting? We are getting 4. 4 square is nothing but 16. Are we having 16 over here? Yes. So we can easily able to create a group of these three, and here the odd one out is your option number C. The correct answer over here is your option number C. Let's move further. The next question is saying that Shanti said, my mother's only son Arav has no son. Which of the following can be concluded? Now here this question is from the concept of blood relation. So if you want to draw a family tree, then you can draw it, but in this one you can also answer it without drawing the family tree. But if someone wants to draw the family tree, then we can say that here we are having Shanti. Shanti is saying that my mother's, that means Shanti's mother. My mother's only son Arav. That means from this one we can say that the gender of Shanti is revealed, that is nothing but the female, right? Now, my mother's only son Arav has no son. Okay, but from this one what we can conclude? First, Arav has only daughters. Are we sure about that? Because here we don't know that whether the Arav is married or not. Second one, Arav is not married. Again, we are not sure about it. Arav does not have a father. Again, we are not sure about it because we are not having that much information in it, and none of these. So we will just simply go with the none of these, as we are not having the more data to answer this kind of question. So we just simply going with none of these, or if we are having an option like cannot be determined, you can also go with that, right? Next. The next question says that find the missing element in the sequence, and here the sequence is this one, and we need to figure it out. this term. Now the numbers that I am having is 2, 12, 30, 56, the missing term 132 and 182. While I am writing these particular numbers, I got to know that these numbers are somewhere nearby of the perfect squares, right? So if I want to break it out, I can break it as 1 square plus 1, right? Or I can also write it as 2 to the power 1, right? These are the two possibilities. Now this can be written as 3 square plus 3, as we know that 3 square is 9, 9 plus 3, which is nothing but 12. Now if I want to write it like this, in this format, what I can write? I can write 2 cube plus 3 or plus 4, no, plus 4, right? 2 cube plus 4, right? Now let's talk about this one. Here, if we want to write it, we can write it as 5 square plus 5. So basically, whatever the number we are taking over here, we are just adding the same number in the square of it, right? But if I am going to continue this particular term, I am not getting any certain pattern. So we are just cancelling this, right? So here the pattern that we are having over here is n square plus n, but here the n is our odd number. N is our odd number. If I am going to break this one, I can break it as 7 square plus 7. 7 square is nothing but 49, 49 plus 7 is nothing but 56. If I am going to break this one, I can write it as 11 square plus 11. 11 square is nothing but 121, 121 plus 11, that is nothing but 132. This can be written as 13 square plus 13. 13 square is nothing but 169, and when I add 13 in it, I'll get 182. Now, according to this pattern, I got to know that at this place, what I have to do, I have to fill 9 square plus 9. 9 square is nothing but 81, 81 plus 9, which is nothing but 90. So, the missing element that I need to find it out over here is option number C, 90. Option number C, 90 is the correct answer. Next. The next question says that if Ashi equals to 71, then Vinay Bhushan equals to what? So here this question is from the concept of coding, decoding, and let's try to understand how we are getting the numbers over here. So here we are having Ashi, which is given as 71 over here. Now we know that whenever we do talk about the coding, decoding, it's better to go with the associated numbers of the alphabets, right? The actual associated numbers of the alphabet is nothing but 1. Here we are having 19, 8, and here we are having 9, right? But when I'm going to add these particular numbers, I can clearly able to see that I'm not able to get 71 out of it, right? But let's do if we can able to get 71 by doing some multiplication or something. So here what we am getting, I am getting 20 over here, and here I am getting 17. If I add it, I'll get 37. And the difference in between 37 and 71 is very huge, and ultimately I am not able to get numbers from 37 to 71. So I need to think in a different manner. But I can also do one thing. Instead of taking the actual associated number, what if I'll take the associated number of their opposite pairs? So the opposite pair that I know of these alphabets are Z, H, S, R. Now let's take the associated number of these alphabets, and then we'll just simply check whether we are getting the 71 or not. So 26 plus 8 plus 19 plus 18. When we are going to add this up, what value we are getting if I am just going through the unit digit value? So this is nothing but 8 and 8, that is nothing but 16, that means 6. 6 plus 6, or you can also go with like 16. 16 plus 6, that is nothing but 22. 22 plus 9. 22 plus 9, this is nothing but 31, right? So we are getting 1 and the 3 is carry over. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, we are getting 71. So basically, instead of taking the actual associated number, we are actually adding the associated number of the opposite pair. The same thing that we need to apply with the word Vinay Bhushan. So let's try it out. Vinay, Bhushan. Right? Now, first we are just going to write down the opposite alphabets, or we can say the opposite pair of it. So here we are getting E, R, M, Z, B, Y, S, F, H, S, Z, M. Now after that what I am going to do, I am just going to write down the associated number of these alphabets. So 5, 18, 13, 26, 2, 25, 19, 6, here we are having 18, here we are having again 19, 26 and 13. Now again it's better to go with the unit digit value, right? So here we are having 5 and 8, that is nothing but 13, 13 plus 3, 13 plus 3, this is nothing but 16, 16 plus 6, this is nothing but 22, 22 plus 2, that is nothing but 24, 24 plus 5, 29, 29 plus 9, that is nothing but 38, 38 plus 6, that is 44, 44 plus 8, 44 plus 8, that is nothing but 52, 52 plus 9, that is nothing but 61, 61 plus 6, 61 plus 6, that is nothing but 67, 67 plus 3, that is 70. So at the unit place we want 0 and the carry forward that we are getting over here is 70. So if we just simply go through the options, we can easily able to eliminate these two options, right? Now we are having a carry of 7, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So basically the sum that we got over here is 180. That means your option number D is the correct one. Your option number D is the correct one, right? So we need to think more and more from the given pattern, and accordingly we can easily able to get the desired logic, right? Next. The next question is from the concept of syllogisms, and the question is saying that read the following statement carefully and check which conclusion is logically following these statements. The statements that we are having is all students are girls. So we can draw a basic diagram. All students are girls. No girl is dull. So basically this is my basic diagram. Now according to this, what I need to do, I just simply need to check my conclusions. First conclusion, there are no boys in the class of student. Yes, because the whole student category is lying in the category of girls, that means there is no boys. This one is true. If this one is true, we can easily able to eliminate our option number A, our option number C. We can easily able to eliminate these two options. Next, no student is a dull. Can we say that? Yes, the whole category of student belongs to girls and no girl is dull. That means this one is also true. If both are true, that means option number D is also eliminated, and the correct answer over here is your option number B. The correct answer over here is your option number B. Both first and second conclusion follows, right? Next. The next question says that which of the answer figure indicates the best relationship between milk, goat, cow and hen? As we are having a category like milk, and here we are having three animals, right? Goat, cow and hen are animals. We know that we can get milk from goat and cow but not from the hen. We can get an egg from hen, so we can just separate this particular category from the milk and these two. So we can say that we can create a main set of milk, and we are getting milk from goat and cow, but we are not getting milk from hen, so we can create a separate entity of hen. So in which figure we are getting this kind of figure? That means option number C is the correct one, as we are getting a similar kind of figure in option number C, right? Next. The next question says that the positions of the first and the eighth letters in the word workings are interchanged. Similarly, the position of the second and the seventh letters are interchanged, the position of the third letter and the sixth letters are interchanged, and the position of the remaining two letters are interchanged with each other, which of the following will be the third letter to the left of R after the rearrangement? So basically the spelling that we are having over here is workings, right? We are having workings, and first we need to make the changes, or we need to perform the operation first. So after the interchanging, after interchange, our spelling looks like this. Here these two are interchanging, these two, and this will remain at their place, right? So here we are having this two, that means S, and we are having W in the ending, right? Now we are having G, and here we are having O. Then we are having N over here, and here we are having R. And then we are having I, and here we are having K. So basically we are just writing it in the reverse format. Now the question is saying that we need to figure out which of the following will be the third letter to the left of R, where we are having R over here. Now the third left, first left, second left, and the third left. As we know that this direction is the left direction, so the third left we are having N. What we are having? We are having N. Option number D is the correct one. Option number D is the correct one, right? Next. The next question is from the concept of direction sense, and we know that whenever we are having question from the direction sense, we just draw the direction plane because it helps us a lot to determine the correct direction, right? Now, the question is saying that Ganesh cycled towards southwest a distance of 8 meters. Southwest, that means in this direction. Okay, so let's start drawing the diagram as well. So let's suppose this is my initial point. So I'm just assuming it this is a distance of 8 meters in the direction of southwest. Then he moves towards east a distance of 20 meters. East, that means of this side, and a distance of 20 meters. Let's suppose this distance is of 20 meters in the direction of east. Next. From there he moves towards northeast a distance of 8 meters. Northeast of 8 meters. Okay, so here we are having a distance of 8 meters in the direction of northeast. Next. Then he moves towards west a distance of 6 meters. West, and that means in this side, and a distance of 8 meters. A distance of 8 meters, right? Not 8, no. There is a distance of 6 meters. Okay, so we are just assuming this distance is of 6 meters in the direction of west. From there he moves towards northeast, that means again this side, at a distance of 2 meters. 2 meters, northeast. Then he moves towards west a distance of 4 meters. 4 meters. Next. Then he moves towards southwest a distance of 2 meters. Okay. 2 meters. And stops at this point. So this is the final point. Okay. Now we need to find out how far he is from the starting point. So we know that the vertical distance with the angular movement is same. So they are lying on the same plane. So we need to find it out this distance, and this distance is nothing but the difference in the horizontal distance. This is nothing but 20, and here we are having 10. So this is nothing but 20 minus 10, which is nothing but the 10 meters. Option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. The distance in between them is of 10 meters. Next. The next question says that a man pointing to a photograph says, the lady in the photograph is my nephew's maternal grandmother and her son is my sister's brother-in-law. Okay. How is the lady in the photograph related to his sister who has no other sister? So for this one, what we need to do? We need to draw the family tree, right? Okay. A man pointing to a photograph says the lady in the photograph is my. That means we need to start with the man. Men. My nephew's maternal grandmother. Okay. So let's suppose here there's a brother of this particular man. And maternal grandmother, that means here we are having a wife of this particular person. So we can say brother. And we also need to take care of that, this one, his sister who has no other sister. That's why we are drawing the brother over here, because there's already mentioned that my sister's brother-in-law. So we also need to take care of this thing. Men's nephews. Okay, so first we need to draw the nephew. Okay, so the lady in the photograph is my nephew's maternal grandmother. Okay, so here we are having the mother of this one. Or we can say we are talking about the same lady as we are having a photograph of this particular person. Right? Okay. Now, my nephew's maternal grandmother and her son, that means this lady's son. So let's suppose this. This lady's son is my sister, that means man's sister. Man's sister's brother-in-law. If man's sister's brother-in-law, that means this lady is also married to someone. Let's suppose the husband, as we are not able to draw it together, but this person and this person are brothers. This person and this person are what? This persons are brothers, right? This is the relation that the question is trying to convey us. Brother-in-law. Now, how is this lady in the photograph related to his sister? This man's sister who has no other sister, right? So this lady is nothing but the mother-in-law, as these two persons are brothers and the mother is same. So basically this lady is nothing but the mother-in-law. Option number C is the correct one. Option number C is the correct one, right? Next. The next question says that in a certain code language, the word number is written as this one. How will the word second be written in that language? Okay, so let's try it out. So we know that this question is from the concept of coding, decoding. So we need to go with the associated numbers of the alphabets. So here we are having number, right? The associated numbers are 14, 21, 13, 2, 5, 18, right? Now this can be written as U, M, H, T, E, L. The associated numbers of these are 21, 13, 8, 20, 5, 12. Let's try to figure out some pattern if there is any, right? Okay. So here these two are written it like this only. But the difference in between them is quite unusual, right? Here we are having a difference of 6, but here we can say this is plus 2, right? But the difference over here is quite huge. It's nothing but plus 10, right? And here also we are not getting any pattern, so we need to think in a different way. So instead of going it like this, what if we will go it like this? Number. First, we are just going to determine the position value or position number of this one. So the positions are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? As we are not getting the specific pattern, so we need to think in a different way. So, as we are having code over here like this, so what we will do, we just simply rearrange it. So, what we are doing, we are just putting 6, the last one and the first one like this, N, and then the second last, that is E, and the second, that is U. Then we are having B, and then we are having M. Right? So basically we are having this pattern. We are having this pattern. Now we are just going to write down the actual associated number of these alphabets. So this is nothing but 18, 14, 5, 21, 2 and 13. Now we are going to change them with this one. which is nothing but U, M, H, T, E, L, right? Now the actual associated numbers 21, 13, 8, 20, 5, 12, right? Now try to figure out the logic. So here we can say that we are having plus 3. Here we are having minus 1. Again we are having plus 3, minus 1. Plus 3, minus 1. So basically now we got our logic. So we need to apply the same thing with the word second. So after the rearrangement like this, what we are getting? We are getting D, S, N, E, O, C. After that, what we need to do? We just simply need to write down the actual associated numbers of these alphabets. 4, 19, 14, 5, 15 and 3. Now after that, what we need to do? Now we need to apply the same logic of plus 3 minus 1. Plus 3. It will become 7. 7 start with, here we are having D, right? D plus 3, 7. 7 start with G. Are we having options with G? Yes, that means these two options are eliminated. These two options are eliminated. Next. Here we need to do minus 1. Minus 1, that means 18. 18 is associated with R. Here again plus 3, which is nothing but 17. 17 is associated with Q. So G, R, Q. Okay, G, R, Q. Next. Here we are having minus 1, which is nothing but 4, and we need D. Here plus 3, that means 18. And here we are having R. Here again minus 1, that means we need B over here. DRB, DRB. That means your option number B is the correct one. Your option number B is the correct one. So, whenever we are getting the unusual pattern, we need to change our approach and we need to think in a different way, right? Next. The next question says that if John celebrates his victory day on Tuesday, 5th January 1965, when will be celebrate his next victory day on the same day? Now we know that if we want to find out the same day, that means the date is using the same one, but we need to check on the same date, 5th of January, when we are getting Tuesday again. So we need to go according to the years, and we know that we are having two types of year. The first one is leap year and the second one is normal year. And whenever we do talk about the normal year, because of normal year, we are getting one odd day, right? We know that we are getting one odd day because of the normal year, and because of the leap year, we are getting two odd days. We are getting two odd days, right? So according to the question is saying that 5th January 1965 is Tuesday, right? I'm not going to write down the date again and again. This will remain same. We are only talking about the years. So 1966, on 5th January 1966, as this is a normal year, we are getting one odd day, and the day got changed and it will become the Wednesday, right? It will become the Wednesday. Now 1967. Right? 1967, again it's a non-leap year, or we can say a normal year. Because of this, again we are getting one odd day. It will become Thursday, right? 1968. Because of this 1967, again we are getting one odd day. That means it will become Friday. On 5th January 1968. But we know that when we divide 1968 by 4, we got to know that this is nothing but this is a leap year, right? This is what? This is a leap year. And because of leap year, we know that, because of the leap year, we know that we are getting two odd days, right? We are getting two odd days. So, here, when we are talking about the 5th January 1970, 1969, sorry, not 70, 1969, we are going to add 2 days in it. So, Friday, after that Saturday and Sunday. We are getting the Sunday over here. As we are having 2 odd days. So, we are getting Sunday over here. Now, 5th January 1970. Again, it's a normal year. Because of that, we are getting 1 odd day. It is nothing but the Monday. It is nothing but the Monday. Now, the 5th January 1971, we are getting, because of this, again it's a normal year, we are getting Tuesday, and that's what the question is asking. Again, on which year of 5th January to 5th January, we are getting the Tuesday, that is nothing but the 91. That means option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one, right? Next. The next question says that above diagram represents school children, artists and singers. Okay, so school children, artists and singers. Study the diagram and identify the region which represents those school children who are artists but not singer. So, here we need to talk about this particular region, the school children who are artists but not singer. That means this region belongs to B only. That means option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. Next. The question is saying that if 8 is written as B, 1 is written as R, 6 as K, 9 as O, 4 as M, 7 as W and 3 as T, then how would prompt be written in the numeric form? So, we just simply need to put the values. So, W is written as 7, R is written as 1, O is written as 9, 719, 719, right? Next, M is written as 4, B is written as 8 and T is written as 3. So, we want 483, 483. That means your again option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. Next. The next question says that if May, August, March is written as this one and December, July, March is written as this one and May, April, December is written as this one, then how this is the code for? So, basically what we need to do, we just simply need to find out the codes, right? So, as we know that in the first 2 clues, we are having a word March as common, right? And we also need to find out the other codes, but in the first and the second one, we can say that the common code that we are having over here is LWM, right? So, for the word March, we are having a code RWM, right? RWM, and here also we need to find out the code for this one. That means the one word that we require over here is March. Are we having it? No, here we are having it. That means option number D is the correct one. But we will check the other codes as well, right? Okay. The next code that we can say over here is May. The common code in first and the third one is May, right? So, the common clue that we are having is HIG. So, for the word May, we are having HIG. Now, if you will see in the first clue, we are only left with the word August. And the only code that we are having is CAO, and that's what we need to figure it out over here, and the answer is correct over here is option number D, right? Now, let's talk about the second and the third one. Here we are having the December common, and the common clue that we are having over here is SOW. So, December SOW. Now, in the second line, we are only left with the word July. So, the code that we are having over here is SKZ, and in this one here we are having April, and the code that we are having over here is KQX, right? So, we got all the codes, but we already determined the answer with the first code only, that is option number D. Next. The next question says that in this question, 2 statements are given followed by 2 conclusions. Choose the conclusion which best fits logically. Okay. The statement says that some parrot are birds, no birds are mammal. Okay. So some parrots are birds and no birds are mammal. So this is my basic diagram. This is my basic diagram. Now what I need to do, I just simply need to check my conclusions based on it. First one, some birds are parrot. Can we say that? Yes, we do have a common segment over here. That means the first one is true. If the first one is true, option number A is eliminated and option number C is eliminated, right? Next, some mammals are parrots. Some mammals are parrot. Can we say that? No, as we are not having any direct or indirect relationship over here, so we are not sure about it, and we are not sure about it, we can't select it. That means option number B is the correct one. Only conclusion first follows. Only conclusion first follows, right? Next. The next question says that in the given diagram, set U is the universal set and set L, which is nothing but this one, set M, and set N represents the players playing hockey. Okay, L is representing the game hockey. M is representing golf. And N is representing the long tennis. Right? Okay. Respectively. What is the total number of players playing both hockey and golf but not the long tennis? Okay. So, hockey and golf. Hockey and golf but not the long tennis. That means we only need to include this particular segment. And how many players we are having over here? Only 5. Option number A is the correct one. Option number A is the correct one. Next. The next question says that read the following statements carefully and select which conclusion or course of action logically follows. Statement saying that smoking causes severe health hazards in pregnant women. Okay. So basically this is a statement. Now conclusion. Pregnant women are always under stress and hence they smoke a lot. No, here we are talking about the effects of smoking to the or we can say in the pregnant women. Here we are not talking like they are always under the stress or something. So this one is eliminated. Second, researchers have established fact that smoking has earlier caused several pregnancy related problems in pregnant women. Yes, maybe they just figured out some effects, or we can say the earlier cause of something, and that's why we are stating this, that they are having several health hazard in the pregnant women. So second one is true. If the second one is true, that means option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. Right? Next. The next statement says that despite prolonged talks, the Chinese forces continue to occupy certain parts of land close to LAC that India claims at its own. Okay, so here, because after having some conversation as well, China is trying to occupy the land which is under the India's land. This is something the statement is trying to say. The course of action. Now, what action should the government or should India take so that according to the statement? First one, India should stop talk and launch an attack to clear its territories. No, here we are not talking about doing the attack or war something. So this is not the good one. Second, India should continue the talk but give a firm message to the Chinese side that it will not hesitate to act offensively if talks does not solve the impasses. Yes, of course, they should need to do some different kind of action as well, so that they can also got to know that we are seeing all this and we can also take a step against it. So the second one is convincing. If the second one is convincing, that means option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. Next. The next question says that Ankita is sister of the son of Gautam. Okay. Deepak's wife is mother of Suravi. Lata is grandmother of Suravi. There are 2 married couples in the family. How is Gautam related to Lata? Okay. If it is so, then we are only having 2 married couples and these are the total people which is mentioned in the question. So let's start with the Gautam. Gautam son's sister. Gautam son's sister is Ankita. Right? Okay. Deepak's wife is mother of Suravi. Deepak's wife. So we can't put Deepak over here. So we can just assume that the name of this particular son is Deepak. Deepak's wife is a mother of Suravi. Right? Okay. Lata is a grandmother. Lata is a grandmother. Here we can relate Lata. Lata is a grandmother. If it's a grandmother, that means this is a male. And here we also fulfilled the condition that we are having two married couples. It's a grandmother of Suravi. There are two married couples in the family and we done with the diagram. Now, how is Gautam related to Lata? Gautam is nothing but the husband of Lata. Option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. Next. The next question says that in the following question, correct the equation by interchanging the two signs. So here we know that what we need to do, we just simply need to pick the option and need to make the changes in it. According to option number A, we need to interchange plus with the multiplication, multiplication with the plus. So we can say that here what we are having 45 minus 9 divided by 3 multiplied by 5 plus 6, right? This is my LHS. When you are going to solve this, here you are getting 3 into 5, which is nothing but 15. So we can write it as 45 minus 15 plus 6. Here we are getting 30 plus 6, which is nothing but 36, which is not equal to 32. Which is not equal to 32 because in the right hand side we are having 32. That means this option is eliminated. Let's check this option number B. Option number B says that the subtraction with addition, addition with subtraction. Okay. So 45 plus 9 divided by 3, subtraction 5 and multiplied by 6. So this is nothing but 30. Here we are having 3 and here we are having 45. So if we do the subtraction, we will get 15 plus 3, which is nothing but 18, which is again not equal to 32. That means option number B is also eliminated, right? Option number B is also eliminated. Option number C, addition with the dividation. Okay, so 45 minus 9 plus 3 divided by 5 and multiplied by 6. Now if you will see this one, here we will get a fraction, right? Here we will get a fraction because we are not able to solve it. So it's better to leave this option like this only, because here we are getting 3 by 5 multiplied by 6, which is resulting into 18 by 5, and we know that if we will solve it also, then also we are getting some answer in the fractions or in the decimal, but not like 32. So this option is also eliminated. Now out of 4, 3 options are eliminated. We are only hoping with option number D, which says that subtraction with the dividation and dividation with the subtraction. So 45 divided by 9 minus 3 plus 5 into 6. So here we are getting 30, here we are getting 5 minus 3, 5 minus 3 plus 30. So ultimately if we will see, here we are getting plus 2 plus 30, which is nothing but 32, which is nothing but equal to RHS. That means option number D is the correct one. Option number D is the correct one. Next. The next question says that what was the day of the week on 2nd July 2003. So we know that if we are having this kind of formula, therefore this kind of question, the formula that we are using over here is the date plus the month code. After date, what we are having? We are having month, to month code. After that, we are having century. So we are having the century code. After that, last two digits of year. After that, we also need to add the number of leap year in last two digits. number of leap year in last two digits, and divided by 7, right? After that, whatever the remainder we are getting, we need to check it with this table. 0, if we are getting 0, that means the day is Sunday. We are getting 1, Monday, 2, Tuesday, 3, Wednesday, 4, Thursday, 5, Friday, 6, Saturday, right? Now, let's put the values over here. The date that we are having over here is 2nd, plus month code for July is nothing but 6. The century code for 2000, here we are going to break it like this, 2000, and here the last two digits are 03. So the century code for 2000 is nothing but 6, the last two digits is 3, and the number of leap year, are we getting any leap year in it? No, because we know that leap year is coming in after 4 years. So the number of leap year over here is 0 divided by 7. So what we are getting, 8 and 9, that is nothing but the 17. So 17 by 7. Here the remainder, we are going to write down the remainder. The remainder that we are getting over here is 3. The remainder that we are getting over here is 3, and 3 is representing Wednesday. That means option number D is the correct one. Option number D is the correct one, right? Next. The next question says that Raman is a student of 10th class. In his class, his position is 16th from the top and 49th from the bottom. What is the total number of students in the class? We know that whenever we are having a position of same person from both the ends, what we need to do? We just simply need to add both the positions. And we need to subtract 1. Why we are subtracting 1? Because in both the positions, the same person, that means Raman is counted, and that's why we are subtracting 1 from it. So here we are getting 16 plus 48, that means nothing but 64. Option number A is the correct one. Option number A is the correct one. Next. The next question says that choose the alternative that best resembles the unfolded form of the given cube. We know that whenever we do talk about the cubes, opposite faces can never be adjacent to each other, right? So these should never be adjacent to each other. Here if you will see, we are having this one and this one, and we do talk about these two faces. These two faces should be the opposite pair of each other if we are going to fold this unfolded cube. So this cannot be possible. Okay. If we do talk about this one, so here these are the adjacent and the opposite pairs are these one, these two and these two. This can be possible. Let's talk about this one. These two are opposite pairs. These two are opposite pairs. So it cannot be possible. Again, these two are opposite pairs, these two are opposite pairs, and these two are opposite pairs. Again, these two cannot be as opposite pairs. So we are only left with option number A, that is B, right? Next. The next question says that find the missing number in the diagram given below. Okay, so we need to figure it out, this one. Now if you will see here, if you will see it carefully, you can easily able to get the pattern, as the pattern is very simple. 75 minus 24. If you will solve it, you will get the 51 over here. Basically what we are doing the subtraction. 67 minus 27. The answer we are getting over here is 40. So we need to apply the same logic over here. 98 minus 37. The answer that we are getting over here is 61. Option number A is the correct one. Option number A is the correct one. Next. The next question says that if you put a mirror on the shaded line, okay, that means we are putting mirror over here, which of the following option would be the right image of the given figure? So we know that for the mirror we are getting C like this, not this. So this option is eliminated and this option is eliminated, right? After that we are getting B like this. So we're just simply checking B. After that we are having N. So we are getting N like this, right? Okay. And we are getting U like this, not this. That means option number B is the correct one. Option number B is the correct one. So these are the some questions which was asked under the general reasoning and the intelligence, or you can also say that general intelligence and the reasoning. So the question paper is quite easy. Hopefully you got the correct answer. And with this one, let's end this one. Thank you.
Hello guys, Jai Hind. Hope you all are doing well, and here we are available to discuss the general awareness question. So let's see what are questions. Question 1 is, under which article of the Indian Constitution are the Chief Justice of India and the judges of the Supreme Court appointed by the President? These are options 124, 125, 126 and 127 article. So the correct option is option A, article 124. You have to remember article 124 clause 2. This is the important article. By this article, Chief Justice of India and the judges of the Supreme Court appointed by the President. Okay. And if we are talking about these three important articles, then this is the detail. Article 125 deals with salaries and allowances and rights of the Supreme Court judges. Article 126 deals with the appointment of an acting Chief Justice of our country, of our India. 127 deals with the appointment of ad hoc judges to the Supreme Court. So these are important articles. Next one. Which of the following banks is not classified as a domestic systematically important bank? That means DSIB by the Reserve Bank of India. If we are talking about DSIB, Reserve Bank of India started DSIB's bank in 2015, in 2016 and 2017. These are important bank of our country. If this bank will collapse, then our economy will also collapse. So the correct option is option C, Axis Bank. Axis Bank is not classified as the domestic systematically important bank, but State Bank of India, ICICI Bank and HDFC banks are in this category. Okay. Next. Which telecom operator has launched the country's first direct-to-device satellite service? Options BSNL, Jio, Airtel, Vodafone. Correct option is option A, BSNL. The full form of BSNL is Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. Okay. The correct option is option A. This is the detail. BSNL launched India's first direct-to-device satellite internet service, aiming to bridge the digital divide in remote areas. The service provides high-speed internet without the need for traditional infrastructure using advanced satellite technology. So, the correct option is option A, BSNL. Next. Which ministry recently launched the AI-enabled e-Tarang system? And these are options. If we are talking about e-Tarang system, this was launched by our Defense Ministry, and option B is the correct, and it is the AI-enabled e-Tarang system. Our current Defense Minister is Rajnath Singh. Ministry of Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh is the current ministry of this minister of this ministry. Ministry of Finance, Nirmala Sitharaman ji. Nirmala Sitharaman ji. Okay. Ministry of Urban Development, Manohar Lal Khattar. So these are important minister of this important ministry. Correct option is B. Which endangered species is being protected under the Dolphin Ambulance initiative launched by the National Mission for Clean Ganga, NMCG? These are options, and the correct option is option A, Ganga dolphin. Okay, Ganga dolphin is the endangered species is being protected under the Dolphin Ambulance Initiative launched by the National Mission for Clean Ganga. And Ganga dolphin is the state water animal of Bihar. And the scientific name of Ganga dolphin is Platanista gangetica. Okay, so the correct option is option A, Ganga dolphins. Next, which Indian Institute of Technology is developing intelligence receivers for enhancing 6G and military communication security? Options are IIT Bombay, Madras, Indore and Kanpur. Correct option is IIT Indore. Option C is the correct. Okay, IIT Indore is the important IIT is developing intelligence receiver for enhancing 6G and military communication security. The current head of IIT Indore is Dr. Swami Nathan R. Dr. Swaminathan R. Okay, next. What is the name of the weapon system developed by DRDO that has successfully completed a series of flight tests recently? And the options are Pinaka, Prithvi, Agni, Akash. The correct option is option A, Pinaka. It is the Pinaka is the weapon system developed by DRDO. Okay, DRDO that has successfully completed a series of flight tests recently. The full form of DRDO is Defense Research Development Organization, but initially DRDO was known as DRDA. Okay, but after that DRDO started to, and the full form of DRDA is Defense Research Development Agency, but after some time DRDA replaced with DRDO, agency with organization. Current head of DRDO is Samir V. Kamath. Samir V. Kamath is the current head of DRDO, and correct option is option A, Pinaka. What was India's wholesale price index WPI based inflation rate in October? Options are, these are options. The correct option is option B, 2.36%. Okay, and it is the higher. It is the higher in 4 months. It is the higher in 4 months. And if we are talking about WPI, wholesale price index, then the base year of WPI is 2011, 2012. Okay, and the correct option is 2.36%. Which of the following Indian state first adopted the 3-tier Panchayati Raj system? Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. And it is very easy, Rajasthan. Rajasthan, Nagaur district. Nagaur district is the place where first 3-tier Panchayati Raj system was started by Jawaharlal Nehru ji on 2nd of October 1959. Okay, and initially Panchayati Raj system was mentioned in Article 40 in DPSP, but after the constitutional amendment of 73rd constitutional amendment, this was added in Article 243A to Article 243O in schedule number 11, and total 29 subjects are mentioned in this particular schedule. Okay, and the second state where 3-tier Panchayati Raj system was adopted, that was Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so you have to remember this point also. Article 243 to 243A to 243O, Panchayati Raj system, Rajasthan, option C. Next, which article of the Constitution allows the center to form new states? Options are 3, 4, 5 and 6. Correct option is option A. Okay, Article 3 Article 3 of our constitution allows the center to form new state, and it is mentioned in part 1, union and its territories. Okay, and the total article are mentioned in this part is article 1 to 4. So article 3 and 4 are in part 1. Article 5 to 11 are mentioned in part 2. Part 2 in the heading of citizenship. So the correct option is option A, article 3. Next, what is the duration of membership of state legislative council? 3 years, 5 years, 6 years and 9 years. Correct option is 6 years. Just like the Rajya Sabha, which is in our union, just like the Rajya Sabha, state legislative council is parallel to the Rajya Sabha. Okay, and it is the permanent body, and it is mentioned in article 169. Legislature, if we are talking about legislature, then the 3 body are mentioned, which is article 153 for governor, article 169 for legislative council, article 170 for legislative assembly. Okay, so the correct option is option C, 6 years. 5 years for members of parliament in Lok Sabha, and also for the legislative assembly members tenure. 9 years tenure for ICJ advocates. Correct option is C. In which year did the Indian National Congress held its first meeting in Bombay? And the correct option is, it is very easy, 32, 44, 85, 90. Correct option is option C, 1885. Date is 28th of December 1885. And the place is Gokul Das Tejpal Sanskrit University. And total 72 delegates were participated for first INC's conference, and W.C. Banerjee, that means Vyomesh Chandra Banerjee, was presided this conference. Okay, so you have to remember 1885. Who founded All India Harijan Samaj in 1932? Options are Ambedkar ji, Acharya Narendra Dev, Mahatma Gandhi, Jagjeevan Ram. Correct option is Mahatma Gandhi ji. Mahatma Gandhi ji founded All India Harijan Samaj in 1932 for all Dalit and weaker section. So the correct option is option C, Mahatma Gandhi ji. Next, which of the following river flows between Vindhya and Satpura ranges? Narmada, Tapti, Mahanadi, Godavari. Correct option is option A, Narmada. The length of Narmada is 1312 km, and it is originated from Madhya Pradesh. The place is Amarkantak. Shahadol district, MP. Okay, and Tapti, the length of Tapti is 724 km, and it is originated from Betul district, Multai mountain. Okay, and it is also known as a twins of Narmada. And these are two most important river of our country which is flows in westward, and Narmada is the longest westward flowing river in our country. Mahanadi length is 900 km, and it is originated Dhamtari district. It is situated in Chhattisgarh, Sihawa mountain. Okay, and it is also known as Sorrow of Odisha. And the longest dam of our country, this is Hirakud Dam. Hirakud or Hirakund, both are same. Hirakud Dam is situated in Sambalpur district in Odisha. Okay, Godavari. Godavari is the most important river of South India and length of Godavari river is 1465 km. It is originated from Triambakeshwar mountain, Nasik, Maharashtra. Nasik, Maharashtra. Okay, and it is known as South Ganga and Vrit Ganga also. Next. And this is Vindhyas range and this is Satpura range. Narmada Nadi originated from this area, that means Amarkantak, and flows 1312 km and after pour its water in Arabian Sea. And here the most important statue, Statue of Unity, and it is the world's highest statue. Height is 182 meter and it is the statue of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So the correct option is option A, Narmada. Next. With which of the following countries India shares the maximum length of the borders? Pakistan, China, Bangladesh, Afghanistan. Correct option is option C, Bangladesh. Okay, you have to remember a trick. Trick is बचपन में भी आराम. बचपन में भी आराम. This trick will help you to find all the important countries which share boundary with the great India. BA Bangladesh, CH China, PA Pakistan, N for Nepal, ME Myanmar, BH Bhutan, Aram for Afghanistan. Okay, Afghanistan. India share minimum boundary with Afghanistan, this is 106 km, and maximum boundary with Bangladesh, that is 4096.7 km. Okay, so you have to remember this trick. This trick will help you to find all the important countries, all the important neighboring countries share boundary, land boundary with our country. This is the detail. Bangladesh 4096.7, Bhutan 699, China 3488, Myanmar 1643, Nepal 1751, Afghanistan 106 and Pakistan 3323. This is the image of our neighbor country which share boundary with land area. Okay, total land boundary of our country is 15,200 km. So these are important question of our general awareness. We will meet very soon. Jai Hind to all of you.
Hi students, welcome to ACE Online. In this section we are going to discuss about RRB JE mock test, key and its explanation, which concerns to general science. Here it is, the first question. So question number 71. So match the following. Here they mention some of the metals and their ores. So which one is considered as aluminium ore? Which is considered as aluminium ore, right? So bauxite, Al2O3. Okay, Al2O3. Al2O3, 2H2O. This is the formula of bauxite. So mostly here we get R. Next one. So what is the main ore of iron? So malachite, next magnetite, pyrolusite, magnesite. So different derivatives are mostly be mentioned. Na? So first of all guys, magnesite means nothing but MgCO3, magnesium carbonate. Next philosopher wool, zinc oxide. Next bauxite, Al2O3, 2H2O. This is called as bauxite. This is the main ore of aluminium. Next malachite. So malachite means copper carbonate and copper hydroxide. Copper hydroxide. This is considered as malachite. Next magnetite. Magnetite means Fe3O4. So here it has ferric oxide and iron oxide also. Okay, so this is the, it means in this Fe3O4 it has two types of chemical compositions. Now one is hematite and the other one is iron oxide. So finally we can get this type of composition. So magnetite means this one. There is a major difference between magnesite and magnetite. So if they mention magnesite, you have to consider magnesium carbonate. They mention magnetite, then you should choose only Fe3O4. Next, pyrolusite. So pyrolusite means MnO2, manganese oxide. Manganese oxide. So finally, guys, here the correct option is first one, aluminum. So bauxite. Why? Because here it has aluminum derivatives. Na? What about iron? Mostly magnetite. Okay, magnetite. So R, first one R, second one T. R, T, right? So option C. Next, let me check the remaining one also. Ore of copper. So here malachite. Okay, so malachite means S. Third one is concerns to S. Next, fourth one. So ore of zinc. Ore of zinc. Philosopher ore. So Q. So finally, guys, here it is the correct option. Option C. Okay. You should also by heart the remaining chemical compositions of concerned one. So here it is the next question. So brimstone. Next, rotten egg smell, acid rain, vulcanization of rubber. So if you consider sulfur dioxide, so this is the formula. Next, sulfur. Next, hydrogen sulfide, H2S. Next, Charles Goodyear. He's one of the famous scientists. He introduced one of the major method which concerns to rubber. It means nothing but vulcanization of rubber. Next, methyl mercaptan. Methyl mercaptan, nothing but CH3SH. This is also called as methyl thioalcohol. Methyl thioalcohol. Next, white phosphorus, of course, its formula P4. Okay, right. So brimstone. Which one is considered as brimstone? Mostly sulfur. Sulfur is also called as brimstone. Brimstone means nothing but burning stone. Burning stone. Okay. So Q. Next one. Next one, rotten egg smell. So which one can exhibit rotten egg smell? Hydrogen sulfide only. Okay, hydrogen sulfide. So means R. Okay, so QR. Next, acid rain. So acid rain generally caused by two chemicals. One is sulfur dioxide, majorly caused by sulfur dioxide, and the second one is nitrogen dioxide. Okay, so these two are majorly responsible for acid rain. Of course, if these type of chemicals are mixed with water, then its pH value mostly be changed to around 5.6, below 5.6. So that's why, guys, here we have to consider mostly P. Okay, so P. Next, vulcanization of rubber. So this process was introduced by Charles Goodyear. That's why here, yes. So finally, option B is the correct answer. So methyl mercaptan, where would you use this type of derivative? So if you consider LPG cylinders, right? In this, mostly which gas is in this? What kind of gases are filled in that? Butane, na? Okay, so butane. Its formula C4H10. So butane is not having, generally butane is not having any odor, nothing but smell. So that's why if it is get into leakage, so we cannot easily observe that one. That's why to find out the leakages of LPG cylinders, we have to add some kind of chemicals. The majorly used one is methyl mercaptan. Next, white phosphorus. So this is highly reactive. That's why it is stored under water. So it is also having poisonous nature. That's why these type of derivatives are used to make rat poison. What is the chemical name of rat poison? Zinc phosphide. This is the formula, zinc phosphide. So here the correct option is option B. Okay, right. So next one. Which among the following diseases are caused due to genetic disorder? Okay, so genetic disorder, it means mutation of DNA like that. So sickle cell anemia, next Down syndrome, next hemophilia, next cholera. Here, if you consider sickle cell anemia, next Down syndrome, next hemophilia, these three are caused due to genetic disorder. Okay, so mutation in DNA. Mostly these type of diseases can be observed. No? Okay, but what about cholera? Here, cholera is caused by one of the bacteria and its name is considered as Vibrio Okay, so one of the bacteria, so it is considered as Vibrio cholerae. So this is the name of the bacteria. You have to remember this one. Okay, so finally guys, here the correct option is option A. So 1, 2, 3. Why? Because they are raised about. So which one is responsible? Here some of the diseases are caused due to genetic disorders. No? So only sickle cell anemia, Down syndrome, next one hemophilia. These three are the correct one. Next one. So match the following. So nichrome, stainless steel, horn silver, galena. So here they mention mercury oxide, nothing but HgO. Next silver chloride, AgCl. Next electric stove. Of course, this is one of the object, right? Next lead oxide, PbO. Next lead sulfide, PbS. Next rupee coins. Okay, right. So nichrome, actually it is an alloy. So this alloy is made up with nickel, chromium, manganese, nickel, chromium, manganese and iron. So these derivatives are used to make high resistance of electrical equipments, like electric stove, next induction stove or cookers, whatever it is. Next immersion water heater also there. Next boilers. These are all made up with mostly nichrome. Okay, so nichrome. Next, what about stainless steel? Actually, stainless steel is also considered as one of the alloy. It has iron, next nickel, next chromium. Okay, so majorly these type of metals are existed. So present Indian rupee coins are made up with stainless steel only. Okay, so finally guys, here the correct option is mostly U. Okay, next one, horn silver. Actually, horn silver is considered as the main ore of silver. Okay, the main ore of silver. So horn silver is chemically considered as silver chloride. So that's why here we have to consider Q. Next, galena. Galena is one of the ore of lead. So here galena is chemically pronounced as lead sulfide. That's why we have to choose T only. Okay, so T only. What about mercury oxide? This is called as cinnabar. Okay, so cinnabar. Mercury oxide is considered as cinnabar. Okay, right. So next one. Next, so which is the correct option here? RuQt. RuQt. Option C is the right answer. Okay, right. Next one. Here it is the next question. Which of the following option is correct regarding nitrous oxide? Actually, nitrous oxide is also called as laughing gas. Next, it is treated as one of the greenhouse gas. Compared with carbon dioxide, it can raises the planet temperature around 310 times in 100 years. Okay, in 100 years of duration, mostly it can raises this planet temperature around 310 times, 310 times. Mostly this planet temperature can be raised by nitrous oxide. Okay, so nitrous oxide. So these type of values are considered as GWP, global warming potentials. So global warming potentials are always compared with carbon dioxide only. So that's why guys, here the statement 1 is also correct. It is a greenhouse gas that heats up the atmosphere far more than carbon dioxide. Of course, this statement is also correct. Suppose if you consider IPCC, so International Panel on IPCC. So Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, not international, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change. According to IPCC, okay, so these are the standard values. So in 100 years, compared with carbon dioxide, methane can rise as 21 times. Okay, around 21 times this planet temperature mostly be raised by methane. Next, what about nitrous oxide? 310 times. What about hydrofluorocarbons? 11,700 times. So that's why here statement 1 is correct. Next, it is also called laughing gas. Of course, it is also correct. Next one, it vapors are heavier than air. So S. So in air, what we have? Nitrogen. Next, oxygen. So this type of derivatives are mostly existed. Compared with air, so mostly it's these vapors are nitrous oxide vapors are. Why? Because here two nitrogens and oxygen is mostly be there. So due to that, its density or its weight would be mostly be high. Okay, so that's why option D. All these statements are correct. Okay. So next one. Which of the following statement is not true about methanol? Methanol, its formula CH3OH. This is also called as methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol. So commonly it is pronounced as wood spirit. Wood spirit. Okay, right. So this spirit mostly be added in denaturated alcohol. Denaturated alcohol. Okay, denaturated alcohol. So denaturated alcohol means 100% ethanol. Okay, in that we have 100% ethanol along with this type of methanol derivatives. Especially guys, if you observed in hospitals or medical shops, we have 100% pure alcohol. Na? So why should we consider those derivatives? It is used as one of the antiseptic agent. So after suture, okay, means after stitching the some of the region of body. So to overcome the infections from bacteria or fungi, whatever it is, mostly we have to clean with some black color solution, right? So that is called as what we call betadine solution. So mostly in that betadine solution also we have alcohol derivative. Okay, so mostly to clean up suture related derivatives, we have to use 100% ethanol derivatives. So if you are imbibed, there is a chance to misuse that ethanol. Why? Because if you consider any alcoholic brand, mostly vodka, it has around 60% of ethanol. Okay, 60% of ethanol, not methanol. So means in wine shops we are not having 100% ethanol derivative. Then where would we get? Mostly in hospitals. Then there is a chance to misuse those type of derivative. So to overcome these type of phenomena, mostly it has been amalgamated with these type of derivatives. Okay, if we added methanol, there is no chance to misuse that one. Why? Because consumption of methanol or consumption of this methanol added derivatives, so mostly it leads to death. Okay, so finally guys, this is also called as wood spirit. So option A is correct. Next, it is colorless, of course, right. Next, volatile liquid. Mostly methanol can easily volatile. Why? Because its density would be low when compared with ethanol and its mass would be also low. Next, its pungent odor. Yes, it exhibits pungent smell. Next, it is used as a solvent in paints and varnishes. Yes. So mostly solvent means if you consider solution, it has two types of derivatives. One is solute and the second one is solvent. Second one is solvent. Okay, so mostly to dissolve some of the volatile organic compounds. Volatile organic compounds, we have to use some specific solvents, right? So the most commonly used one is methanol. Sorry, not methanol, ethanol. Most commonly used one is ethanol. Okay, right. So that's why these three statements are correct. But here they mention about not true. So here the correct option is mostly option D. Why? Because the Food Safety and Standard Regulations 2018 Act completely prohibit the usage of methanol in any liquor. Okay, so mostly this according to Food Safety and Standards Regulation 2018, methanol was not completely banned, not completely prohibited. So we can use it as a solvent, especially in this paint or paint industries. Na? So that's why option D is not true. Okay, yes. Option D is not correct one. So this is about the concept. Next, which of the following statement about modern periodic table are correct? So if you consider modern periodic table, here it has, okay, it's looking like this. So totally 18 groups we have, 18 groups. These columns are called as groups. These rows are pronounced as periods. So 18 groups and 7 periods we have. So which is the shortest period? First period. First period is considered as shortest one. Which is the longest period? Of course, 7th and 6th period. 7th, the same time 6th period also. Both are longest periods. Now, why? Because in these two periods we have 32 elements. Each period we have 32 elements. So present almost present in modern periodic table, the total number of elements are 118. It means there is no gap in the modern periodic table. So based on which concept it has been designed? Electronic configuration. Okay, electronic configuration. Electronic configuration. So based on this one, mostly a modern periodic table was designed by whom? Mosley. Okay, so Mosley. That's why guys, here the elements in the modern periodic table are arranged on the basis of their increasing atomic number. Increasing atomic number. What about the first one? Yes. What about the first one? The elements of modern periodic table are arranged on the basis of decreasing atomic number. So not decreasing, here we have to consider increasing. That's why first one is wrong. The element in the modern periodic table are arranged on the basis of increasing atomic masses. If you consider Mendeleev periodic table, it is completely based on the atomic mass. But Mosley periodic table is based on the atomic numbers only, nothing but electronic configuration. Okay. Right. Next, what about third one? Isotopes are placed in adjoining groups in the periodic table. This is also not correct. So option D is the only correct one based on increasing atomic number. Atomic number means nothing but electron configuration. Next one. Here it is the next question. Which of the following statement about the modern periodic table correct? So in modern periodic table, how many periods and groups are there? It has 18 vertical rows. Vertical rows. How many rows are there? Only 7. But here they mention 18. That's why this is wrong. Okay. Next, it has 7 vertical columns. 7 vertical columns. So vertical columns are pronounced as groups, not periods. Not periods. That's why this is also wrong. It has 18 vertical columns. Of course, vertical columns. Next, known as groups. Option C is the correct statement. Next, it has 7 horizontal rows known as groups. Of course, it has 7 horizontal rows, but those are not pronounced as groups. Those are considered like periods only. Okay. So, totally 18 periods we have and 7 groups. Sorry, 18 groups and 7 periods only. It has 18 groups and 7 periods. So, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. 7th period. In first group, 2 elements are, we have 2 elements. Next, 8. Next, 8, 18, 18. So, 32, 32. These are the magic numbers. So, means, so in first group, in first period, these are the periods. First period, how many elements we have? 2. Second period, 8. Third period, 8. Fourth period, 18. Fifth period, 18. Sixth period, 32. Seventh period, 32. Okay. So that's why guys, here the correct option is option C only. Next one. So balance the equation. Here they mention radium, right? Radium. So 226. Atomic number 88. So here what did they get? Mostly radon 222 and atomic number 86. So here the difference is 2. Atomic number difference is 2. Next, what about this one? 4. So 2, 4. Which one is having atomic number 2 and mass 4? Mostly alpha particles. Why? Because alpha particles are having helium nuclide. Helium nuclide means these type of particles are mostly existed. Of course, you already know that electron. Electron is having negative charge, right? Electron is having negative charge. Mass would be 0. Approximately 0. Okay. Or 1 by 2000 part. 2000 part of proton mass. So that is also considered like electron mass. Next, proton. Proton is considered like P, right? So its mass would be 1. Next, neutron. Neutron is having mass 1 and it does not having any charge. Okay. So that's why it indicates like this. Proton is indicated like this. Okay. So finally guys, which type of particles are mostly be existed here? 2, 4 means alpha particles. Option D is the right answer. Next one. So an impossible set of 4 quantum numbers of an electron is. So how to get the solution for this type of questions? Just follow this technique. Suppose Here L value, you have to compare L value and M value. So M value, okay, L value is always higher than the M value only, okay, higher or equal to M value only. So if this rule is not followed by any configuration, mostly that is not possible. Did you get my point? L value is always higher than M value, magnetic quantum number, or equal to magnetic quantum number. Then only those type of configuration mostly be existed. Otherwise, it's not easy. Suppose here you consider option C. Here n is equal to 3, right? Next L is equal to 2. L is equal to 2. So 2 means SPDF. So these orbitals L values are 0, 1, 2, 3. So here they mentioned 2, na? So that's why we have to consider, so 3D. So if you consider d orbital, how many magnetic quantum numbers it has? Only 5. So those are 0, minus 1, minus 2, 1, 2. But here they mention minus 3. Okay. But this minus 3 is not existed here. That's why this one is not correct. Okay. So they mention about an impossible set of 4 quantum numbers. Na? So because of that, we have to consider this one only. Suppose if you observe the remaining one. Okay. If you consider the remaining one, n is equal to 4. L is equal to 2 means d orbital. M is equal to minus 2. Minus 2 means if you consider d orbital, here minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. These are the magnetic quantum numbers. Na? So M is equal to minus 2 means here mostly electron is existed in this orbital. Here they mention S is equal to plus of. Na? Plus of means electron should be existed like this. That's why this configuration is 4D1. Suppose if they mention minus 1, S is equal to minus 1, then its configuration would be just like this. So just like this, mostly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, why? Because this electron is only having S is equal to minus of. That's why, guys, in this configuration, we have to consider 4D6. Okay, 4D6. They mention plus of 3D, 4D1. If they mention minus of 4D6, that is the variation. Next, what about B? So n is equal to 4, L is equal to 0 means S orbital, M is equal to 0 means S orbital is having only one magnetic quantum number. Next, plus of means only one electron. So 4s1. This is 4s1. This one is not existed. What about D? N is equal to 5. Next, M is equal to 2 means D. Next, M is equal to minus 2. Minus 2 means electron is existed like this. Means existed. Okay, electron is existed here. That too, what type of electron? Is it clockwise or anti-clockwise? Anti-clockwise. Because of that, we have to consider, so 5D6 only. Okay, so finally here the correct answer is option C. Next one. Identify the wrong statement. The main component of kidney stones is calcium oxalate. Of course, it is correct. Next, bile juice helps in digestion of lipids. This is also correct one. Next, the liquid portion of blood is called plasma. Yes. So mostly in blood we have plasma related derivatives. Na? So what about the fourth one? The organism that can make their own food are called as heterotrophs. Actually, heterotrophs are not considered, not make their own food. Okay, so those are generally pronounced as autotrophs. That's why option D is the correct one here. Okay, option D is the correct one. Instead of heterotrophs, if they mention autotroph, then option D is considered as the correct statement. But here they mention wrong statement. Now that's why option D, we have to consider option D. First of all, what is the difference between heterotrophs and autotrophs? Autotrophs means they can make their own food based on photosynthesis. Best example, plants. So these are the consumers, right? So these consumers are called as heterotrophs. Okay, here plants are autotrophs, these are heterotrophs. So producers are also called as autotrophs, consumers, heterotrophs, decomposers are called as saprotrophs. So mostly heterotrophs again classified into 3 types: herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. Herbivores eat only plants, grass derivatives. Carnivores, it consume meat. Next, omnivores. It can consume both grass and, okay, so veg and non-veg related derivatives, right? Next, the lifespan of red blood cells is mostly 120 degrees. Okay, the lifespan of red blood cells are mostly 120 days only. What about white blood cells? So 13 to 20 days. 13 to 20 days. So it is responsible to increase the immunity of human body, right? Okay. Next one. Which of the following vitamin is essential for blood coagulation? So here they mention K, C, next BD. Vitamin K. Vitamin K is responsible for blood coagulation. Na? So for blood clotting, we need vitamin K. What is the chemical name of vitamin K? So piloquinone. What about E? Tocopherol. You have to by heart this type of terminology also. Vitamin D, calciferol. Vitamin C, ascorbic acid. Vitamin B12, cyanocobalamin. Okay. Vitamin A, retinol. So you should also by heart these derivatives. Next, retina is retina in the eye contains which of the following? Cones and rods, hard and soft pellets. Next, molars. Next, premolars. Next, larynx, at the same time pharynx. Okay, so here the correct one is option A only. Suppose if you observed retina, okay, here we have retina, right? So in this we have cones and rods. If you have excess amount of rods, mostly you can have the ability of night vision. Means in night time also you can observe the objects. So what should we need? Rods. So the deficiency of cones, we can face the color blindness. Okay, right. So these two are mostly existed. That's why option A is the correct one. Here it is the next one, which is the function of xylem in plants. So if you consider xylem, okay, xylem at the same time phloem. So here xylem role is it absorbs the minerals and water. Okay, so these are the xylem derivatives now. So xylem derivatives. So that's why guys here transport of water from roots to leaves. Option A. This is the correct one. Next, transport of food from leaves to rest of the plants. So this role was majorly exhibited by not xylem. That one was exhibited by phloem. Okay, so that's why here the correct one is option A only. Next, hydrophobia is a symptom of which of the disease? So here filaria, next rabies, next malaria, swine flu. So rabies, option B. Actually, hydrophobia is mostly we can observe after biting of, okay, after bite of mostly dogs, this type of derivatives, pet animals, right? So not only dogs, so mostly pet animals. So this is the late stage symptom of rabies. So this is caused by virus. Of course, this is majorly impact on the central nervous system. Okay, so we can observe in mammals. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, most of the people get rabies through a bite from an animal with a rabies. Okay, so these are the symptoms of first stage. Headache, next heat, loss of appetite, next nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. So if you consider second stage, aggression, next photosensitivity, so cramps. Next, what about third stage? Mostly hydrophobia. Next, salivation, foam from the mouth. So this type of derivatives mostly we can observe. Okay, right. So more than 50,000 people die from rabies each year, especially in the world. Okay, right. Next, match the following. Here they mention minimeta. Minimeta was caused by consumption of mercury. Next, the first case of minimeta was founded in Japan. So that too in one of the island. Its name is Minamata. Okay, right. Next one, plumbism. Plumbism was caused by consumption of lead. Okay, consumption of lead. Next, what is the permissible limit of lead in foodstuff? Only 2 ppm. According to NIN, National Institute of Nutrition, the permissible limit of lead in food, mostly 2 ppm only. Dermatitis, it is caused by nickel. Red color rashes mostly be observed on the skin, right, after consumption of nickel. So here the correct one is nickel. Dermatitis, the concern one is nickel. Next, itai. The first case of itai was also founded in mostly Japan. Okay, so this is caused by the consumption of cadmium. Consumption of cadmium. So QRSP. QRSP. Option C is the right answer. Here it is the next one. Which of the following vitamin decompose easily on heating? So C, E, B, next A. Mostly vitamin C. At elevated temperature, mostly C vitamin can easily decompose it. Na? Actually, C vitamin is called as ascorbic acid. Its chemical name is ascorbic acid. It can easily dissolve in water also. Okay, easily dissolves in water also. Okay, right. Next one. Which of the following control body temperature in human? Hypothalamus, heart, liver, thyroid. Mostly hypothalamus. So you can observe in brain. Okay, hypothalamus is a small region of brain, right? So it plays a very crucial role. If you observe hypothalamus, it regulates the thirst, next hunger, next water, next food intake, next heart rate also, body temperature, blood pressure, sexual drive and emotional express. So mostly these are all, okay, so breastfeeding, whatever it is. So these are all memory, so maintenance of learning and memory, whatever it is, almost these are all majorly responsible by hypothalamus, okay, hypothalamus. Next, the smallest and function unit of kidney is known as. So granule, next granulocyte, nephron, next neuron. What we call? Option C, nephron. Okay, so the smallest functional of kidneys are, so here you can observe the kidneys, right? So here we have the smallest unit. Now these are called as nephrons. Okay, so nephrons. Next one. Which among the following is true regarding to sound wave? Actually, sound is not treated as an electromagnetic wave. It is a mechanical wave or material wave. It needs a material. Okay, it needs a medium to propagate the energy. So that's why here we have to consider sound is a longitudinal wave and material medium is not required their propagation. Option A is wrong. It required material to propagate the energy. Next, they are transverse waves. Actually, sound is not a transverse wave. It is a longitudinal wave. So that's why option B is wrong. Next, they are longitudinal waves and material medium is required to propagation. So option C is the correct one. Why? Because they mention longitudinal and it needs medium to propagate the energy. What about D? So it is transverse waves. This is why it is wrong. Why? Because it is not considered as a transverse wave. Na? So if you consider longitudinal waves, it has compressions and rarefactions. Compressions means the intensity, okay, so compressions means the number of particles mostly be high. Okay, the number of sound particles mostly be high. Next, rarefactions means the number of sound particles mostly be low. Okay, simply we can consider in this orientation also. Which of the following is SI unit of luminous intensity? Actually, luminous intensity indicates SI unit is candela. What about mole? If you observe any substance, okay, its quantity would be indicates in the terms of mole. 1 mole is equal to, according to Avogadro number, 1 mole is equal to 22.4 liters gram molecular weight, which is equal to 6.023 into 10 power 23 particles. Okay, so this is the relation of Avogadro number. Avogadro number, it indicates with an A. Next, ampere. Ampere is the SI unit of flow of current. Okay, next, Weber. So here you can observe that. So ampere, electronic current. Next, mole, quantity of matter. Next, luminous, next magnetic flux. Okay, so Weber is SI unit of magnetic flux. Next, what happens when wavelength and frequency of the light when it is propagate from rarer to denser? If you observe refraction phenomena of light. Here light travel from rarer to denser medium, rarer to denser. So let's consider one example, air. This is rarer medium, water. This is denser medium. When light passes from air to water, then what will happen? At the edges of these two mediums, light will be undergoes bending just like this. Okay, so means wavelength mostly be decreased, but frequency remains constant. So that's why option C is the right one. Option C is the correct one. Okay. Next one. What is the relation between velocity and acceleration at the highest point of projectile path? Highest velocity and acceleration. Velocity and acceleration at the highest point of projectile path. Mostly guys, if you consider projectile path, okay, projectile path, here it should maintain 45 degrees only. So to launch 45 degrees, to launch missiles, mostly to launch ballistic missiles, we are using same kind of phenomena, right? So we launched by launched at the angle of 45 degrees. Okay, then only it can easily reach the target. So to reach the target, we should maintain 45 degrees only. So then the velocity or its acceleration mostly be high. So both are at 45 degrees to each other. Okay, so both are 45 degrees to each other. It means option C is the correct one. Here you can observe that. Here you can observe that. So projectile angle theta is equal to 90. Projectile angle is equal to theta minus 90 minus theta. It means at 45 degrees. Okay, 45 degrees. Or if we launch an object with 30 degrees or 60 degrees, mostly these two cases, it reaches the same location. If you substitute this value, we can get 60, or if you substitute this value, mostly we can get 30. So it means at these two angles, we can reach the same position. In the same manner, if you substitute 45 degrees, we can reach the maximum displacement. Now we can reach the maximum location, right? So mostly this type of phenomena we can observe in missiles. Next, which of the following statement is incorrect about the value of acceleration due to gravity in light and heavy falling body? So acceleration due to gravity, we already know that Newton's gravitational law, F is equal to G m1 m2 by r square. So F is equal to, according to Newton's second law of motion, F is equal to ma, mass into acceleration. If you substitute this one like this, instead of F, if you substitute F is equal to ma, then what we get? G m1 m2 by r square. Okay, so here mass of these derivatives are getting to be cancelled. Okay, so mass of these derivatives are getting to be cancelled. Finally, A is equal to G m1 by r square only. It means the mass, okay, which of the following statement is correct about the value of acceleration due to gravity in a light and a heavy falling body? The G value depends upon the mass. Okay, the value of G will be greater in heavy body. Actually guys, the G value is not depends upon the mostly mass. Okay, so mass, it means even for heavy and light objects also gravity would be same. So that's why option A is wrong. Next, option B, the value of G will be greater for lighter bodies. Wrong. The value of G depends upon the mass. It does not depends upon the mass. Next, the value of G will be equal to both bodies. Yes, option D is the correct one. Here F is equal to ma, m is mass of the object. Here G into m1 m2. So this is mass of the object. Mostly these two are getting to be cancelled. So finally A is equal to G m by r square. So this is here m is equal to nothing but m1 is nothing but mass of the planet. Mostly G value is not depends upon. Okay, so A means acceleration or acceleration due to gravity. So A does not depends upon the mass of the object. This is This one is mass of the planet, not the object. That's why for lighter and heavier objects, G value would be same. That's why option D is the correct one. Next, the moon is revolving around the earth with a certain angular velocity. What will happen? Its velocity becomes 0. Mostly guys, if you consider this is earth and here it is moon. Moon is always revolving around the earth based on its own axis. Okay, suppose if it maintains angular velocity, okay, sorry, the moon is revolving around the earth with a certain angular velocity. What happened if the velocity becomes 0? Suppose if the velocity becomes 0, its motion would be just like this. This type of derivatives are considered like a tangent of its orbit, na? So that's why here the correct one is option D. Option D. Right. So if the angular velocity is 0, means it does not maintain any particular angle based on the earth. Okay. So its motion would be just like linear, nothing but a tangent motion. Next one, which of the following is correct about the rate of loss of heat of the body as per the Newton's law of cooling? Actually guys, this is the Newton's law of cooling. Here it is completely depends upon the temperature. Okay, so due to that we have to consider it is directly proportional to the difference of bodies of temperature and its surroundings, not inversely, it is directly proportional. Option B is the correct one. Okay, so this is the concept about that. Next, which of these dependency is not used to increase the conductivity of semiconductor? Okay, actually guys, we have two types of semiconductors. One is P and the second one is N-type. P-type semiconductors, N-type semiconductors. To make P-type semiconductors, what we need? So 14th group elements are doped with 13th group elements. 14th group means silicon. It is doped with boron, mostly boron. So that's why here this one is not correct. Why? Because they mentioned not used. Na? Next, indium, arsenic, next aluminium. So third group element, boron, aluminium, gallium, indium. So mostly indium is also be used. There is a possibility. Next, what about N-type? Here to make this one we need 14th group or doped with 15th group elements like nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth is there. Na? So in this mostly we are using phosphorus, arsenic, these type of antimony derivatives also. So that's why these two are also not correct. Sorry, these two are mostly used to make N-type semiconductor, but here they mentioned not used na aluminium. Aluminium is not used to make semiconductors. Okay, so this one is not used to make semiconductors. So option D is the correct one here. Option D. The formation of brilliant colors in film is a consequence of which of the following phenomena? So if you consider soap bubble, when light is incident on it, okay, here we have this type of, okay, so interference means nothing but in white light we have 7 colors, na? VIB, GYOR. So by the mixing of these colors, mostly we can get multiple colors, right? This phenomenon is considered as, okay, overlapping of multiple colors. Mostly we can get the phenomena of interference. That's why guys, here the correct one is option C. So interference of light. This phenomena is responsible for multiple colors in soap bubble. So this is the total explanation about RRB JE mock test, right? Which concerns to physics, chemistry and biology. I wish you all the best. Thank you.